Carla Green.
Weekday mornings from 10 on BBC Radio Humberside.
BBC Radio Humberside Sport.
The 5-minute countdown here at the MKM Stadium for the players to take to the field. The young flag bearers waving their amber and white Hull City flags, and in their kit, I think that's Kingswood United actually. They have a similar kit to Hull City. Hull City then on FM and Freeview this afternoon. It's Norwich that come to the former City of Culture. Commentary and a recap of the team news from Mike White.
Well, we keep talking about the home form with City, don't we? How about this one? It's the longest winless start to a calendar year at home since 2020, which was 7 games in total back then. Can they rectify that one against the side who are the lowest scorers away from home, Norwich? They've only got 13 in the top half of the championship, that is. They've made 3 changes for it coming in. Barry for his full debut along with Slater and Pedro. Matazo, Kamara and Joseph are all down on the bench. City have got an incentive. They're out of the bottom 3 already due to Derby stumping last night. But as we've seen, Cardiff have got a point. Portsmouth are about to win as well against Oxford. They could do with 3 points today and turn around that home form. It's the Tigers against Norwich.
And as for Scunthorpe United, can they get a win against a team they seem to struggle against for recent times? It's Scarborough Athletic, watched on digital radio, BBC Sounds and the BBC Sport app and website by Ollie Turner.
Yeah, the Sea Dogs inflicted Scunthorpe United's first defeat of the National League North season back in September. The Iron have gone to the Scarborough Sports Village on 2 occasions and have failed to win. But the last game between these two sides here at Glanford Park ended in a 4-1 victory for the hosts. One change for the Iron. Mark Beck comes in for the injured Danny Whitehall. Commentary to come on digital radio as well as online via BBC Sounds.
Getting you closer to your club. BBC Radio Humberside Sport.
3 minutes to 3 here on Humberside Sport Live with 2 big match commentaries for you this afternoon. Scunthorpe United and Hull City. Make your commentary decision now.
I'm not going to...
Good afternoon and welcome to Glanford Park on a bitterly cold Saturday afternoon, and you join us at the opportune moment because here come the players onto the field. Scunthorpe United in their traditional claret and blue striped shirts, blue shorts with claret trim and blue socks. Scarborough Athletic all in gold for this one. The Iron picked up what could be a pivotal point come the end of the National League North season. Mo Federa's 93rd minute equaliser, earning the Iron a 1-1 draw at home to promotion rivals Curzon Ashton. But that goal for the York City loanee doesn't earn him a second start in claret and blue. He remains on the bench. Just one change that Andy Butler has made to his starting 11 following Tuesday night's game, and it's an enforced one. Danny Whitehall dropping out, having been forced off with a knee injury in the first half of that stalemate, so Mark Beck comes in to replace him in a like-for-like change. So the starting 11 in full. Ross Fitzsimons is the goalkeeper. The back 4, Ollie Rose, Maxime Coogan, Andrew Boyce and Tyler Denton. In midfield, it's Cian Scales, Joe Rowley and captain Michael Clunan. Alfie Beeston and Callum Roberts out wide, with Mark Beck, the striker, through the middle. Joe Starbuck, having been signed on a short-term deal yesterday following his successful trial period, is named on the bench. Carlton Ubazonu also comes into the squad, with Luke Williams dropping out. The other 3 substitutes for Scunthorpe United today are Michael Kelly, Will Evans and Mo Federa. As for Scarborough Athletic, no game for them in midweek, so 2 changes from their last outing, which was a defeat to Alfreton Town last weekend. Will Thornton, the captain, and Sam Reid come in. Reid signed on loan from Sheffield Wednesday for the rest of the season this week. They replace Alex Brown and Michael Woods, who left by mutual consent a couple of days ago, having joined from Blythe Spartans in December. So Ryan Whitley is the Sea Dogs goalkeeper. The 3 centre-halves are Kieran Willeji, Mackenzie Maltby and Will Thornton, the captain. The 2 wing-backs are Jack Waldron and Samuel Reid. 2 central midfielders, they will be Alex Perver and Luca Colville. and then out wide Dom Terre on the right, Harry Green on the left, and the lone striker through the middle is the former Iron centre forward Richie Bennett. Scarborough Athletic are able to name a full bench, having only named a squad of 14 for their last game. That bench consists of Michael Duckworth, Kieran Glynn, Stephen Walker, another former Iron forward in Cameron Wilson, and Bill Marshall. Your referee, the man in black this afternoon, is Cavan Hearn. His two assistants are James Gallagher and Connor Everard, and the fourth official is James Cliff. Scunthorpe United will be attacking from left to right then, as usual in this first half, towards the south stand, as it's clipped forward by Michael Clunan immediately from kick-off and shovelled straight out of play by Kieran Waleji for an iron throw. Scarborough Athletic shooting from right to left towards the Donny Road end. From the resulting throw, it's picked up by Tyler Denton. The Iron retreat back into their own half here with Maxime Coogan. Now it's Ollie Rose picking up the ball at right back, just behind the halfway line. Feeds it into Joe Rowley. Now it's back to Rose. Scunthorpe United go back into the heart of defence with Maxime Coogan. Here is Andrew Boyce. We will try and tell you about that confusion over his potential two-match ban when we get a slight break in play, but here are the Iron on the attack, beasting into the penalty area, scuffs his shot, it's pushed away by Whitley, and the rebound is cleared. Great chance for the Iron inside the opening minute, but they failed to take advantage. Still on the attack here with Ollie Rose, who's bundled over and gives away a free kick. Let's introduce your expert summariser, former Iron striker Steve Torpey, on that opening opportunity.
Oh yeah, great chance, great run from Alfie Beeson. He's gone round the defender and kind of side-footed, but didn't get a great contact on it, and it bobbled, and Ryan Whitley just got his left hand to it and just palmed it wide. Real good chance, great run from Alfie Beeson, but a little bit more pace on the ball and that would have hit the back of the net.
So as Scarborough Athletic made to delay taking this goal kick, because I think Ryan Whitley actually got confused, a free kick was given. He was about to place the ball down inside on the edge of his own 6-yard area, but the referee spotted that, Cavan Hearn. It's just outside the left edge of his own penalty area, and Whitley strokes it forward right-footed, aiming for Richie Bennett. The ball bounces off the top of Maxime Coogan's head and goes out for a throw-in. Of course, Richie Bennett, 1 goal in 14 appearances for Scunthorpe United across 2 spells. He did score a second goal in the game that never was here, that one that was abandoned against Buxton in September 2023. As Scunthorpe United lose the ball just outside their own penalty area. Luca Colville flicks it into the path of Dom Terre, who scored the winner when these two sides last met. The cross comes in from Samuel Reid, the Sheffield Wednesday loanee, and it goes straight out of play for a Scunthorpe United goal kick. So Andrew Boyce, then, let's quickly talk about it. A couple of statistic websites have him on 10 yellow cards. I'm told that one of them in the game against Hereford, he wasn't actually booked in that game, despite what the stats websites may say, and despite what was noted on social media as well. According to the database, he is still on 9 yellow cards. There's a ball sent over the top from the Scarborough Athletic defence. It's brought down by Richie Bennett, who was pulled over by Andrew Boyce. No free kick given. Eventually picked up by Harry Green. 25 yards from goal. Drifts out wide to the right-hand side. Delivers the cross. Coogan gets in front of Bennett to head away. Latest header comes in from Waleji. Andrew Boyce gets the shout from Ross Fitzsimons that the Iron goalkeeper will deal with it. Richie Bennett didn't challenge, having been in an offside position when the ball was looped back in. So Ross Fitzsimons tells his 2 centre-halves to push up, having peeled to either side of the Scunthorpe United shot stopper. Bennett closes in as Fitzsimons goes along into the Scarborough half. Flicked on by Beck, bounces once, chested down in midfield here, and they work the ball wide to the left-hand side with Sam Reid. Has taken a really heavy touch there. Came off his left toe, and it trickles out for a throw-in to Scunthorpe United inside the Scarborough Athletic half. Andy Butler and Michael Clunan aren't happy that one of the Sea Dogs players kicked the ball away there to prevent the throw-in from being taken quickly, but the action continues as Callum Roberts miscontrols. Bennett puts the ball out for a second throw-in in succession for Scunthorpe United, and the ball is played across defence from Coogan to Boyce, the left-sided centre-half. Scousers bombed forward down the left-hand channel, and it was a nice idea from Andrew Boyce, but just too much on that ball over to the far left-hand side, and it flies out for a throw-in to the visitors.
It's a bright start again for Scunthorpe. A real good opportunity there from Alfie Beeston within the first minute of the game, but just feel like they're on their front foot, playing with that little bit of confidence that you would imagine after a 5-game winning or 4-game winning streak and a draw on Tuesday. So there's a real good atmosphere around the club, and that would have been a great start, but unfortunately Alfie Beeston just missed that opportunity. But I'm sure he will get others in this game. The two players that kind of stood out last time for me was Green, the winger, who's quite lively, and Perver, who kind of dominated the game when we played at Scarborough. Quite intelligent player, technically very good, got on the ball, so they're trying to make sure he don't get too much time and press him when he does get on the ball, and don't give him that opportunity.
Ball's nodded back to Ryan Whitley, who was involved in a controversial moment at the end of that defeat for the Iron at the Scarborough Sports Village in September, already on a yellow card, and went to claim a long ball forward, and his momentum carried him outside of his own penalty area. Didn't get a second caution, just a free kick in the end. It was in the dying embers of the game, it has to be said, as wow, that ball goes hurtling into the crowd here at Glanford Park, into the main West Stand. Thrown back onto the field of play for Ollie Rose to take this throw in for Scunthorpe United. He's chopped down by Dom Terre, so it'll be a free kick for the Irons, still inside their own half on the right, as Maxime Coogan was about to take it from the wrong position. So Ollie Rose places the ball down, hearing from Andy Butler a couple of days ago, sounding hopeful that the club can extend Rose's loan deal from Peterborough United, probably until the end of the season if they do manage to do that. Beeston keeps the ball at his feet and checks back to Maxime Coogan. Beeston on the ball again, dropping deep to receive possession, in between the lines, tries to thread it to his left-hand side to Callum Roberts. That pass is cut out. Green holding the ball up inside the centre circle for Scarborough Athletic, goes down. He was swarmed by a couple of Scunthorpe United players there, had his pocket picked, and the Iron will try again with just over 6.5 minutes gone here. Goalless thus far, the Iron having an early opportunity through Alfie Beeston, but he was denied by Ryan Whitley. Bennett holds the ball up for the visitors, goes back to Reid. Reid whips it down the left-hand flank. Terre will go and chase it down, but realises it's a lost cause as Maxime Coogan shepherds it out of play for a goal kick to the Iron.
And just trying to work out their formation. Looks like Green's playing up front with Bennett for Scarborough. There's one just dropping in behind. He's playing a 5. Yeah, just trying to work out a 5-2-3. Yeah, something like, yeah. I know it's quite flexible and it does change, but when it's a dead ball, you can pick up their shape.
Yes, so Colville and Perver are the two holding midfielders in front of the 3 centre halves, and then Terre is in that pocket in the 10 behind Bennett and Green, who are the 2 centre forwards. Scunthorpe United have a throw in just over the halfway line on the left, hurled into play by Tyler Denton. Alfie Beeston controls, but Scarborough Athletic quick to nip at his heels, and they clear away. Ross Fitzsimons briefly out of his own penalty area, just watched the ball bounce down into his own box before collecting, and then hits out on the volley wide to the right to Ollie Rose. Picked up on the edge of the centre circle by Kean Scales, spins away from his man Alex Perver and finds Mark Beck. Holds it up away from Kieran Waleji. Poor pass though by Tyler Denton. Mark Beck will go and win it back, but it's still with Scarborough Athletic, and thumped forward by their goalkeeper Ryan Whitley. Richie Bennett makes contact with the ball off of his left shoulder. Ross Fitzsimons though doesn't take any chances, doesn't let the ball go over the dead ball line, and boots it away left-footed. Only manages to pick out a Scarborough Athletic player though here in Luca Colville. Exchanges a 1-2 with Sam Reid. Whipped forward again. Bennett once more is offside, so it'll roll through to Ross Fitzsimons, who thinks about bowling out to his right-hand side and slows play down, drops the ball inside his own D. Bennett looks over both shoulders before closing in again, before Fitzsimons goes long, aiming for Beck. Rose will actually win the header in this case, and it's brought down by the centre forward. Skips past a couple of players, but runs into a third Sea Dogs man, but Scarborough Athletic have lost it inside their own half. Rose, 1-2 between him and Rowley. Instead it's picked up by Beck, still wide on the right here of the Iron. back to Coogan. The ball bobbles up off the instep of his left foot. Roberts back to the right here to Rose. Tries to force the ball inside, but Scarborough Athletic cut it out. Colville, Reed, Bennett, back to Reed. He's got 3 iron players in front of him and he loses out. Poor pass from Coogan there, and he gets out of jail because Domter can't control it. Scunthorpe United throw.
Yeah, just crying out for a switch of play there. There's probably about 12, 13 players within a 10 metre radius. You just think someone get their head up and look for the switch and create that space. Maybe change it from right to left. Look at Denton or Keane Scales pulling out on the flanks there.
Fitzsimons tries to fire it over to the right hand side again towards Ollie Rose. Bit of head tennis going on in the midfield area. It's eventually brought down by Rose. Has to hook it over the top. Header backwards from Mackenzie Maltby. Rose with the latest header. He's barged into from his left hand side by Domter. No free kick given. Last touch on the ball is from Joe Rowley, so it'll be a Scarborough Athletic throw on their left. Do you think this is tactical from Scarborough to try and force Scunthorpe United into this area of the field, their right, where the pitch is much worse?
Yeah, it could be, because it's happened on a few occasions. They are kind of directing play down this side. It's just inside their half, Scarborough's half. So you just need to get hold of the ball like Joe Rowley has just done now and given it to Denton.
And they do manoeuvre it over to the left. Denton slips in Callum Roberts down the left-hand side, tries to pull it back across the Scarborough penalty area. It's blocked and put behind for the first corner kick of the afternoon to the iron.
So that's really exactly what we were just saying. You know, it's so congested over there, so if someone can put their foot on it and switch that play with a little bit of tempo and a little bit of pace on the pass, great opportunity to tack down the left-hand side. Is unlucky there.
Corner kick then is going to be taken by the Scunthorpe United skipper Michael Clunan, Maxime Coogan, Andrew Boyce, Mark Beck, all in the 6-yard area along with Joe Rowley. Referee Cavan Hearn is going to delay the corner kick being taken because he wants to have a word here with Andrew Boyce. Just a talking to. Andrew Boyce gives the man in black a pat on the back and makes his way back into the Scarborough 6-yard area. Whistle is blown for this corner kick to be taken as Cavan Hearn keeps a key eye on what's going on in the penalty box. Whipped in, right-footed by Clunan, comes off a couple of heads, bounces its way out of the visiting penalty area, and it'll be a throw into the Sea Dogs in the end.
It was a good ball from Clugan, actually flick on from the Scarborough player. I don't know who it was, Perver, I think it was. Someone tried to react and just couldn't direct it to goal. But great ball in from Clugan, got that pace and that kind of whip technique in the near post.
Mackenzie Maltby to take the throw in is back at Scarborough Athletic on loan from Sheffield Wednesday, and they find Harry Green, who's fouled by Maxime Coogan just inside the Scarborough Athletic half. Maxime Coogan had one too many nips at Green's heels. So free kick for the visitors from their left, just behind the halfway line, and it'll be Sam Reed, the left wing back, to take it. Callum Roberts not happy because the ball's bang on the halfway line and that's not where the infringement necessarily took place, but the free kick comes in from Reed anyway. Header away by Michael Clunan, bounces back into the Sea Dogs half. Reed scoops over to the right hand side, it's headed on. Latest header by Bennett, trying to find Domter. Tyler Denton with the clearance up towards Mark Beck, who flicks it on, but again no one really in behind him gambling, so Scarborough comfortably able to clear away. Coogan with the latest booming ball out from defence into the Scarborough attack. Beeston not able to roll away from his man Will Thornton, and the visitors back in possession again, and it's with their goalkeeper Ryan Whitley. Two big match commentaries for you in terms of 3 o'clock kickoffs on BBC Radio Humberside Sport this afternoon. Hull City 1-0 up at home to Norwich City in the Championship. Former Scunthorpe United loanee Matt Crooks has opened the scoring in that one just shy of quarter of an hour gone. It's on 95.9 FM and Freeview Channel 713. Here on digital radio, online via the BBC Sport website and at 0-0, but here comes Scarborough Athletic on the attack, but Domter running straight into Maxime Coogan and the Iron able to deal with that situation. It's back with Ross Fitzsimons, who boots it out on the volley quickly, aiming towards Alfie Beeston on the left. Can't do anything with that. Kieran Waleji deals with it, and the ball rolls back through to the iron number 1.
Yeah, it's a bit of a scrappy affair after just approaching 15 minutes. Just no real possession. Everyone's 2-3 touches or 2-3 passes, and they're giving it away. Just need to get on the ball. Fitzsimon's trying to counter and do things quickly. Sometimes not on to just settle things down and build that attack rather than kind of just go too direct.
Fitzsimons sprays it out towards the left. Beckett peeled out wide, chests it down to Tyler Denton. Here is Callum Roberts, back to Michael Clunan, left of centre on the halfway line. Coogan now, the Cameroonian defender on the edge of the centre circle. Roberts over the top from him, cross from deep, looking for Cian Scales, and it's collected in the end by Ryan Whitley.
Well, I don't know if he could have been a bit braver there, Scales. If he could have just dived in, and I think he could have just sneaked in front of Ryan Whitley there and just. But he's quite. He's about 6'5", 6'6", Ryan, and probably made the right decision, to be fair.
Ryan Whitley, all in pink, his 4th spell with Scarborough Athletic, having had 3 on loan from York City. Scunthorpe United have a free kick right in front of their own dead ball line, right hand side. It was a foul on Maxime Coogan. In actual fact, the foul took place earlier in the passage of play. Over to the right, just outside of the iron penalty area, right of centre. Simon's over it again. He's pointing out wide to the right with his right glove. That's where Mark Beck has gone to. So you can see the play taking shape here. The target is Beck. He's dragged down as he tries to win his header from the floor. Scarborough Athletic clear. It's a foot race between Andrew Boyce and Richie Bennett. Boyce had a 5 or 10 yard head start, so gets there first. Goes back to Fitzsimons. Not the most convincing of clearances from him. Was almost picked up by Dom Terre, but Michael Clunan got there first and just boots the ball into Scarborough territory. Alfie Beeston is dragged down. Cavan Hearn looked at it, delayed, and then made the decision to award Scunthorpe United a free kick.
Yeah, it was a foul. I thought he was going to let it go again, but he's been pretty consistent. He's trying to let the game flow, but that was a real blatant putting Alfie Beeston's shoulder, and definite foul, an opportunity to put into the box.
So the free kick will be taken from the left by Callum Roberts, 10 yards inside the Scarborough Athletic half. The Sea Dogs trying to hold a high line just outside of their own penalty area to defend this free kick, as it's hoisted into the box by Callum Roberts. Comes off the left shoulder of Maxime Coogan, but barged into his marker in attempting to gain leverage to attack that free kick. And it will be a Scarborough set piece on the edge of their own penalty area.
Yeah, I think Roberts just trying to flow inside. I know we've seen him recently start on the right. He's gone a little bit more central to try and get involved in the game. There is spaces because he's kind of playing 2 lines, Scarborough. They're playing quite high in their defensive shape, and then their attacking shape's quite high as well. So there is gaps between those 2 lines where Roberts needs to try and get on the ball a little bit more.
Whitley's free kick bounces off the top of Richie Bennett's head. Scunthorpe United clear away. Perver with the flick back to goalkeeper Whitley. Beeston will try and chase it down. He wasn't too far away in the end. Long ball down the right hand side. Denton will allow that to dribble out of play for a Scunthorpe United goal kick. 18 minutes played at Glanford Park. 0-0 between Scunthorpe United and Scarborough Athletic, live here on BBC Radio Humberside Sport, as we bring you every Iron game live as part of getting you closer to your club. Fitzsimons with a diagonal out to the left. Beck wins his header, but it's thumped away by Will Thornton, the Scarborough skipper. Out for an iron throw on the left, taken by Tyler Denton. It's chested down by Mark Beck, who then pushed it over the top. Beeston will go and chase it down, but Waleji is there first, and he can just allow that to go out of play for a Scarborough goal kick.
That's where Beck needs to be pulling on the kind of right side of centre half with energy. Because he's relatively small, isn't he? He's probably about 5'8", 5'9", rather than coming on this left side of centre half or the central one, where they're both 6'2", 6'3". So if he can pull on that right side of the centre half, that will give him loads of options to win the first contact. It's a matter of getting that support either beyond or in front of him.
Yeah, Kieran Waleji more used to seeing him play at right back, was Scarborough Athletics' second top scorer in the end last season with 9 league goals behind Michael Coulson. Clearance away here by Ollie Rose for the iron. It's picked up by Sam Reed. He just dispossessed Callum Roberts quite comfortably in the end. Back with Whitley, the Sea Dogs goalkeeper. Goes out wide to the right. It's headed inside by Green. Goes over the top of both Michael Clunan and Dom Tare. Ball's bouncing around on the halfway line. Michael Clunan can't pick it up, and Scarborough Athletic recycle possession here with Reed. To the left, Green, who switched flanks, can't get past Ollie Rose, who stood firm. Roberts, though, has lost it to Green and dragged him down in the process. Cheap free kick to give away to the visitors.
The pitch is, it's a real struggle, this pitch. It's getting worse and worse every game that Scunthorpe play. It was bad Tuesday, but just that dry weather has just kind of made it even more bobbly, and it's getting cut up, especially these flank areas where the sand has been put on. Real struggle, likes Roberts, who likes to dribble the ball and get the ball under control. Even him, he's struggling to get a grip of this pitch.
Alex Perver is going to be taking the free kick for Scarborough Athletic, although Luca Colville has joined him. Luca Colville, who became Scarborough Athletic's first player to play in all 46 games of a league season during the last campaign. He will be the left-footed option. Alex Perver, the former Leeds United youngster, the right-footed option. It's a very loose two-man wall for the iron. Perver leaves it for Colville to whip in left-footed towards the back post. Beck's back there to header away, only as far as Harry Green. Green looking for Thornton inside the D. Beeston gets there first, clears on the half volley. Roberts will watch it bounce down, sees Jack Waldron coming in from right wing back, and the final touch is off of Callum Roberts. That will be a Scarborough Athletic throw, midway inside their own half on the left, with Mackenzie Maltby. Goes down the line, flicked on by Reed. His flick on finds the chest of Andrew Boyce, who funnels that over the top of the Sea Dogs defence. Beeston has got in behind Welledgy and goes down, but the referee is unmoved despite the protestations of Callum Roberts and Joe Rowley, so it'll be just a throw-in the end for Scunthorpe United, right by the right-hand corner flag.
Yeah, referee was in a great position. He's only probably about 10 yards. He could see a clear view, and he made probably the right decision there.
Rose tries to get Callum Roberts in behind, just inside the Scarborough Athletic penalty area. The Sea Dogs alert to that. They clear, nodded on by Kean Scales. Perver with the header back to his goalkeeper. Just about got enough on it. It was a risky idea, but it came off in the end, and then Whitley boots it into the Scunthorpe United half on the volley. Headed down into the ground from Coogan, into Ollie Rose. Rowley heads it straight into that Sea Dogs back line. Lumped up into the air by Maltby. Denton watches it come down. That's a much more deft header from the iron left back to his goalkeeper Ross Fitzsimons.
Yeah, his thigh's heavily strapped, isn't it, Denton? Just noticed that he's right thigh, so hopefully he's not anything potential going on there. It's heavily strapped, really, down to his knee, so maybe he's carrying a little bit of fatigue there. Or
did you see that? He sort of rolled his right leg around there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
like an Elvis impression kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's covering his knee and the top of his, or the middle of his thigh. So
it wasn't noticeable earlier in the game. I'm wondering if that bandaging has sort of gradually dropped down his leg as the play's gone on. As we have lost a ball to the roof of the main stand here at Glanford Park. So throw for Scunthorpe United on the right, just behind the halfway line. Rose into Rowley. The Peterborough Loney gets the ball back, but his forward pass is immediately closed down by Sam Reed. So Rose will get a second bite of the cherry with this throw in front of Jonathan Greening, the Scarborough Athletic manager, who signed a contract extension last week, a 2.5-year deal to keep him at the club until the end of the 2027-2028 campaign, having managed his 200th Sea Dogs game earlier this month as well. Fitzsimons long, aiming for Beck again, wins his header inside, but no one in claret and blue there to latch onto it. Scarborough Athletic get the ball back, curled forward again by Reed, flick on from Bennett. Fitzsimons gets there first, rushes out of his own penalty area to clear. Boyce with the latest long ball forward. Maltby with the header up into the air. Rowley nods it on. Brought down eventually by Sam Reid, but the pitch playing havoc for the Scarborough left wing back as well. Just lost sight of the ball there as it bobbled up off a divot. Beck hooked forward by him. Beeston into Roberts, bursts into the penalty area. Ball on his left foot, takes the ball past a couple of players and then shoots, but it's charged down. Just too many bodies getting in the way. Roberts delayed his shot a touch too long, and that allowed Scarborough Athletic to get men behind the ball, and it's out for a throw to the hosts.
Yeah, first real opportunity for Roberts, just drifting on this right hand side. Great first touch with the outside of his left foot. Like you said earlier, I thought he was going to shoot there, but he tried to bring it inside, and that give the opportunity for the defenders to get in and be compact and just put the block on his opportunity. But say first real bit of quality that we've seen from Roberts, but it's probably the first time he's had some space. He's actually got the ball under control.
Bennett, midway inside his own half, the Scarborough Athletic centre forward, but feeds the ball into Harry Green, who was springing forward down the left-hand channel, bundled over by Ollie Rose. Dom Tare comes over to the referee. I think they want Ollie Rose to go into the book, but Cavan Hearn waves Tare and Luca Colville away. So Ollie Rose goes unpunished for the time being. Another Scarborough Athletic free kick then from the left in a much deeper position, 10 yards in front of the left-hand touchline, and it will be Alex Perver to take this. Had a spell playing over in Sweden for Östersunds, slightly after Graham Potter was the manager there, before his move to England, firstly with Swansea City. Perver strokes in the free kick right-footed, doesn't even make its way inside the D. The Iron deal with that one. Perver gets to the loose ball first in the centre of midfield. And it's knocked back into defence here with the Sheffield United loanee Jack Waldron. Waldron to Whitley. Pumped forward from him. Rose is there first. Caught late by Richie Bennett. And Bennett slaps Ollie Rose on the top of his head for his troubles. Free kick to the Iron. 26.5 minutes played at Glanford Park. And we're still awaiting the opening goal of this game on BBC Radio Humberside Sport in the National League North. Denton into the centre of defence here with Andrew Boyce, who carries it into the centre circle. 1-2 exchanged with Alfie Beeston. Beeston was looking Boyce was looking for Rowley with the forward pass, but it's intercepted, and that puts Scarborough Athletic on the front foot. Out wide on the right hand side, Green comes in field looking for space to shoot, does get the shot away. It falls at the feet of Dom Tare, now into the penalty area. One of the Scarborough Athletic players goes down. It was Mackenzie Maltby who was up from the back. The attack continues. Willeji out wide on the right hand side, feeds it into Dom Tare, right hand side the penalty area. He's caught by Alfie Beeston. Not too much contact though there. Tare trying to make the most of it, but again the referee not even remotely moved by that one. And here comes Scunthorpe United on the charge. Rose was looking to flick that in behind, but Mark Beck held it up instead. Scales, plenty of room in and around him, centre of the park. Flicked to the left to Tyler Denton, midway inside Scarborough territory, over the top from Alfie Beeston, bounces through to Ryan Whitley.
Yeah, I think it weren't a penalty. I think Green just kind of looked like, if it was Green, tried to encourage that tackle, and Alfie Beeston just pulled out just at the right time, and the Scarborough player just took a bit of a dive. Yeah, but again, just it looks a little bit scruffy. The ball is not flowing, and you can't pass it as fluid as you would like to on the surface. It's real big problems, I think, as the season develops now. Hopefully the grass will start growing for the next few weeks, and that may help, but at the moment the pitch is not playing very well at all.
Reid skips away from Ollie Rose down the left hand channel. Maxine Coogan comes across the cover, puts it out for a throw in to the Sea Dogs, level with the Scunthorpe United penalty area on the left. And Reid, he's got bodies in the box if he wants to go long, but he's not shaping to do so. Tries instead to go short and conduct a 1-2 with Luca Colville, but Colville's touch is heavy, and it goes straight out for a throw into Scunthorpe United, still level with their own penalty area on the Iron right. Ollie Rose goes down the line. Mark Beck is sandwiched by 2 Scarborough players and can't win his header. The visitors back on the ball. Wide to the right here with Waldron. Scales comes across to press. Waldron back inside to Green. Midway inside the Scunthorpe United half. Waldron tries to force it inside. Scarborough have kept the ball here with Purver. Skips past a couple of challenges. Now Waldron, first time cross from the right-hand touchline. Hangs it up. Headed across the penalty area by Bennett. Coogan clears away on the edge of his own 6-yard area. Comes in again from Purver. Coogan with the latest clearance. Eventually it's brought down by Denton. Whacks it forward from left to right. Looking to get Roberts on the run. But Reid cuts out for Scarborough and brings the ball into the Scunthorpe United half. It's Maltby actually who brings it away inside defence. Rowley wins it though. Now it's Scales. Pokes it past Waldron, but Waldron slides in. Prevents Scales from bursting past him. Throw for Scunthorpe United. Taken quickly from the left by Scales. Back to Boyce as exactly half an hour now has gone here at Glanford Park. Scunthorpe United 0, Scarborough Athletic 0. Live on BBC Radio Humberside Sport. Coogan. Now it's Ollie Rose. Back to Maxine Coogan. He definitely is on 9 yellow cards. Coogan with the wayward pass. It was beyond Alfie Beeston. Scunthorpe United trying to retrieve possession, and they have done so inside the Sea Dogs half. Beeston wide to the left here with Tyler Denton. Pulls it back to Beeston. 35 yards from goal. Now it's back to Michael Clunan just outside of the centre circle. Across to Scales. Coogan picks up possession. Wide to the right. Rose. Closed down by Bennett. So has to go back inside to Clunan. Digs out the sidewards pass to Boyce. Scales. And manoeuvre over to the left-hand touchline on this occasion. Denton back inside. Scales initially miscontrols. That allows Purver to win it back momentarily. But Scunthorpe United back in possession. Roberts loops over the top from the left, headed on by Denton. Mackenzie Maltby with the header away. Clunan nods it on towards the edge of the Scarborough box. Bennett clears. It's brought down by Harry Green. Long from Bennett, aiming for Domter, who's a lone man forward at the moment. Nasty collision with Andrew Boyce, and referee Cavan Hearn immediately stops play so Ter can be treated.
Yeah, it was hung up Boyce. It's great for Andrew Boyce. It was like meet and what do they call it? Meet and drink for the centre half, and he's gone and headed it and caught the midfield player trying to break through there. But yeah, it's just a little bit more patient in their build up last couple of minutes and trying to break them down. It's just that last little bit in that attacking third. Can they be creative? Can someone just create a little bit of space or find that last little bit of magic to break this Scarborough down? They're quite resolute and quite compact defensively, but there is gaps in there, and they've had a couple of opportunities to come forward, but just not been clinical with that final pass or that final touch.
Decent following from Scarborough Athletic. Their fans from North Yorkshire in the south stand to our right hand side. Let's look at some of the other scores in the National League North while Domter continues to receive treatment here. Goals going in the following games. It's currently Chester, the National League North leaders, leading by 1-0 at home to Rushall Olympic. The same scoreline for Chorley. They're 1-0 up at home to South Shields. Leamington have a 2-0 lead at home to Farsley Celtic. It's currently 1-1 between Marine and Brackley Town. Needham Market 1-0 up at home to Oxford City. 1-1 between Peterborough Sports and Curzon Ashton. Every other game this afternoon in the National League North goalless, bar the one between Spennymoor Town and Warrington Town, which has been postponed. Domter, positive news, is at least sitting up, but his neck is being very firmly held in place at the moment by the Scarborough Athletic physio, and now they look to be treating his right eye at the moment.
Yeah, it was a fair old whack, weren't it? I don't know if you actually see Boyce coming across, but it was a defender's ball day. It was hung up. Not a great ball in for him, but I say Andrew Boyce made it his own, and as good defenders do, nice and aggressive. Nothing wrong with it. Weren't a foul. It was a foul. I think the foul's been given to Scunthorpe, wasn't it, on that occasion?
I think so, given the fact that Ross Fitzsimons is in possession of the ball underneath his right arm. Michael Clunan at the moment is deep in conversation with the referee Cavan Hearn, and we currently watch on to see that Dom Terry is going to be okay to continue. Don't forget, of course, we've got 2 big match commentaries in terms of 3 o'clock kickoffs here on BBC Radio Humberside Sport, not just this game, but Hull City at home to Norwich City in the Championship. Matt Crooks, the former Scunthorpe United loanee, giving the Tigers a lead in that one at the MKM Stadium. Commentary is available on 95.9 FM and Freeview Channel 713 of that one. Dom Terry is being walked off the field. We wait to see if he'll be okay to continue, but at least he is able to walk off independently. He's got a nasty black eye from the looks of things from here, and a bit of swelling around his right eye as well. Jonathan Greening checking on him at the moment, but play is back underway, and Scunthorpe United have the ball inside the centre circle. Clunan sends it to the right hand side. Rose driven towards the Sea Dogs box. It's brought down by Alfie Beeston, but he just can't wriggle free of that Sea Dogs defence. Immediately ganged up upon, but Scunthorpe United win the ball high at the park. Cross comes in from the left from Tyler Denton, caught Mark Beck flat-footed, so the visitors head away, held up by Bennett. Colville's pass though intercepted. Roberts, Scarborough Athletic try and team up on him, so Roberts retreats back into his own half with the pass to Maxime Coogan. Coogan now to Beck, tried to roll his marker, Maltby. That doesn't come off. Bennett just keeps the ball moving, stops it from going out of play on the left-hand touchline. For the visitors, Coogan hacks it away. Held up by Beck, has done well to get the pass off to Joe Rowley. Now Cian Scales, space in front of him as play opens up. Scales to the left to Tyler Denton, 30 yards from goal, back inside to Beeston. Denton again, now Scales. Denton scooped forward. It's held up on the edge of the Scarborough penalty area by Alfie Beeston. Knocks it back to Scales, whips in the cross, and it's just behind Mark Beck, and I think he was put off. There was a vital Scarborough touch on the way through, so it's an iron corner from the right. Yeah,
it's quite a deep cross from Cian Scales, right-footed in swinger, so kind of behind the Scarborough line, the defensive line, and just managed to get a nick out and it's gone for a corner. Some big guys there. It's a lot of
Roberts with the corner kick from the right. Coogan heads it down. They're saying it's gone over the line, and the referee agrees. And Scunthorpe United finally break the deadlock. I think Maxime Coogan has headed that in. Maybe it went straight in from Callum Roberts. They're all celebrating by the right-hand corner flag, but I think Coogan has headed it down right on the goal line. Ryan Whitley's not been able to keep it out, and Scunthorpe United have the lead at home to Scarborough Athletic.
Yeah, it was a great ball. Left foot, it's in swinging, and I was just about to say there's so many big lads in that group. There's probably about 4 or 5, 6'4", 6'5" plus. And they put it in the right area, and you've got that opportunity. Coogan's coming across. I think he's trying to claim it, but we'll see if Roberts tries to claim it as well. So maybe need a bit of video evidence for that one, but it doesn't matter. Scunthorpe were 1-0 up, and probably on the scale of things, they probably just edged it, I would say.
Callum Roberts has been given the goal by James Moody over the PA system, so I'm guessing it must have gone straight in at the near post, but I'd be mightily surprised.
Yeah, I think they like to. When I back in the day, you know, it was back in the day when there weren't the footage it is around now. Used to try and give it to the striker if there was any doubt, just to get their goal tally up. Why do the centre halves need a goal? They don't need a goal.
Poor clearance here from Coogan. Cross comes in from the left-hand side from Colville. Clunan stooping down, heads away. Scarborough Athletic keeping this attack alive. Colville gets the second bite at the cherry to cross. It comes off the back of Joe Rowley, and then Sam Reid has got that all wrong, slicing the ball straight out of play from the left-hand side for a Scunthorpe United goal kick. I don't think Callum Roberts needs too much help with his goal tally, Steve.
No, what I'm saying is that why do centre halves need to score? They don't really, do they? But as strikers, I remember Brian Laws, and people say he was I was his favourite, but any kind of dubious goals, as long as I was in and around that area, especially own goals, you'd always try and give it to the striker, because that's what they get judged on. That gives them that little bit of confidence. So but we'll have to speak to him after and see who actually did, if he did actually get a touch on it.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to James Fletcher at half-time, who's doing the commentary for BBC Radio York, to see what he thought. As I say, the corner came, it was an in-swinger from the right-hand side. It looked as if Coogan went to meet it at the near post. It's gone down over the line into the back of the net. The referee awarded the goal. For the meantime, it's been awarded to Callum Roberts, direct from the corner kick, and Scunthorpe United lead 1-0 at home to Scarborough Athletic, as there's a pot shot on the half volley that comes in from Dom Terre from 30 yards, but it's well wide of the right-hand post.
Yeah, it's probably their first attempt, I think. I don't think they've had many attempts throughout the game, so 40 minutes approaching. I can't remember them having a real opportunity going. That was 3 or 4 yards wide as well, so that weren't even on target.
Flash Score have the goal credited to Callum Roberts as well. I'll read you the social media coverage of that opening goal of the game from Scunthorpe United's perspective in a moment, as Rose flicks the ball high up into the air off the outside of his right foot. It'll come down off the chest of Michael Clunan, who hits out wide on the half volley, reminiscent of one of his assists recently against South Shields. Out wide to the right hand side to Callum Roberts, edge at the penalty area, delivers across, looking for Alfie Beeston. Heavy touch from him, that allows Scarborough Athletic to clear away.
I suppose that is the benefits of having sand on there. Clunan's nice sidewinder, a bit of spin back, just caught the corner of the pitch where the sand is, and just delayed that running out of play.
Rowley back into defence here with Maxim Coogan, still inside the Scarborough Athletic half. As I say that, they've gone just behind the halfway line to Andrew Boyce. Now it's Cian Scales, left of centre, feeds it into Michael Clunan inside the centre circle, back to the right-sided central defender Maxim Coogan, and here is Callum Roberts, who's peeled out wide as this half has wore on, but he's surging inside, takes a shot from distance. It's fumbled by Whitley. Beeston on the rebound. Whitley makes amends for his error and saves and denies Scunthorpe United from doubling their lead.
Yeah, great strike. It just moved, didn't it? We was like directly behind that. A bit of swerve in the ball. Ryan Whitley just couldn't get hold of it initially. Alfred Beeston followed it up, but he smothered it on the second attempt. Ryan Whitley, good goalkeeping. It was a tough one to stop the initial shot, but again, Scunthorpe were on the ascendancy here, real on their front foot and looking for this second goal.
Well, can they force another goal from this dead ball delivery from the right hand side again with Callum Roberts, left footed in swinger towards the centre of the 6-yard area. Whitley flaps at it once, twice, and then third time lucky, finally claims it and just falls on the ball. Not very confident goalkeeping there.
No, he's not demanding that 6-yard box, is he, at all? And he looks a real kind of a nervous character.
So Scunthorpe United, by the way, as I'll break off, because Richie Bennett takes a throw in quickly for Scarborough on the left. Callum Roberts initially won it off of Sam Reed, but his tackle sees the ball ricochet back into the Sea Dogs defence with Mackenzie Maltby. Maltby from right to left finds Kieran Waleji into the iron half to Terre, turns it around the corner first time, looking for Waldron out wide on the right hand side, but Scunthorpe United get there first, and Scarborough Athletic are forced back midway inside their own half for the throw with less than 2.5 minutes of normal time to go. So the goal as described on social media, Beeston, Denton and Scales combined with the ball into the box, nicked away for a corner. Roberts' delivery is to the near post with Coogan pressuring Whitley into fumbling as the ball goes all the way in.
Wow.
Green here, one-on-one with Ollie Rose just outside of the Scunthorpe United penalty area, but Callum Roberts backtracking, just poked the ball away from Green momentarily. Scarborough Athletic will try again. Here is the Sea Dogs number 10, and the sand took all the sting out of that pass that he managed to dig out, and Green cast a angry look towards that particular area of the field. Coogan, towering header into the visitors' half. Rowley nods it on, then Beck gets a header inside. It's eventually brought down on the centre circle on halfway by Dom Terre. Spreads play to the right hand side with Waldron, pirouettes away from Cian Scales, and now it's at the feet of defender Kieran Waleji. Into the centre of that three-man defence, the captain Will Thornton, and now Mackenzie Maltby. Mark Beck closes off a few of his passing avenues. So it's back into the centre of defence with Thornton, who goes long from the back. Coogan heads his long pass away, and then Mark Beck is dragged back by Mackenzie Maltby just behind the halfway line. So that will be a free kick to the iron as we're into the final minute of normal time at the end of this first half. But given the lengthy treatment that Dom Terre received, you would expect there will be a few more additional minutes to be played. Clunan goes long from the free kick down the right. Callum Roberts is there, who's got the final touch on that ball. It was Callum Roberts in the end, so it's a Scarborough Athletic goal kick.
Yeah, it's too far for us to see there, but so linesman, the referee's system was in a good spot, so just need to keep it tight now, go in 1-0, and then build on this first half, which they have kind of dominated really. Scarborough have not had a real opportunity or a good opportunity throughout this first half, and then build on that, and I think if they get another goal, that could be curtains for Scarborough. They don't really look like a goal threat at all. They've not created anything apart from a shot from about 20 yards.
4 minutes of additional time at the end of this first half to be played, a minimum of 4 minutes. As the ball is hooked over to the left of centre of the Scunthorpe United half to Beeston. Did well to evade a couple of Scarborough challenges before giving the ball to Joe Rowley. Now it's Callum Roberts, midway inside the visitors' half on the right, back inside to Rowley. Ollie Rose runs onto the ball, but he miscontrols him as he charges down to prevent Luca Colville's clearance. He slammed the ball straight out of play for a Scarborough Athletic goal kick. In the interests of balance, the Scarborough Athletic description of the goal on social media: Callum Roberts scores direct from a corner, whipping it in with pace and finding the net. I think, Steve Torpey, we're going to have to go with the weight of opinion elsewhere.
Yeah.
And say that is a Callum Roberts goal.
Well, exactly, and why not? If it's any doubt, give it to the striker, being a strikers' union. Why not?
Although, Steve Torpey, one of the criticisms of this side, I'm going to break off from that particular thought, because Scunthorpe United are on the attack with Callum Roberts, bursts away from Will Thornton into the penalty area, pulls it back from the dead ball line. Beeston lays off to Scales, blocked just in, that was heading goal bound, and it was blocked by Kieran Waleji, and Kean Scales charges down a clearance. It's gone over the roof at the south stand out of Glanford Park, still 1-0.
Yeah, great. It's all down this right hand side. Roberts again getting to the byline and pulling it back. Eventually falls to Kean Scales, who smashed it with his laces from about 12 yards out, just in line with a post. And someone's on the line just to deflect it wide. But it's all Scunthorpe at the moment, and I say I don't think they would want half time to come at the moment. They're playing so well and dominating this game that probably want to continue, but. So get this half time done, keep it going as it is, and then get the second goal, and that could be good night for me from Scarborough, because they have not produced much at all this afternoon.
What I was going to say, Steve Torpey, is that there's been a criticism, perhaps not so recently, that goals are only coming from Callum Roberts and Danny Whitehall. So wouldn't you want to continue this recent trend that goals are being shared around the team?
Nah.
No, you're not fancy that?
No, I'll stick with me centre forward union, Ollie, I think.
Bennett with the flick for Scarborough Athletic, can't find a teammate. Thornton pumps the ball back into Scunthorpe territory, but the iron straight back on the front foot with Rowley. Just couldn't get that vital touch away to take the ball past Thornton. But Scarborough Athletic not really clearing their lines at the moment. They almost lose the ball. Maltby will bring it away as we're going to reunite our frequencies on BBC Radio Humberside. Yes, thank you, Mike. Scunthorpe United 1, Scarborough Athletic 0. The only goal coming through Callum Roberts in the 37th minute, direct from a corner kick from the right-hand side. We're into the final minute of 4 at the end of this first half, and Scunthorpe United have a corner kick here to defend from the right-hand side to hold on to this 1-0 lead at the interval. As I say, Callum Roberts scoring direct from a corner kick from the right-hand side. We thought Maxime Coogan may have got a touch on the goal line, but the widely held belief is that he has pressured Ryan Whitley, the Scarborough Athletic shot stopper, to fumble the ball into his own net direct from the corner. Scarborough Athletic set piece from the right-hand side. It's an in-swinger. Fitzsimons punches the ball behind his own dead ball line. So Scarborough Athletic will have a second bite of the cherry here. 4 minutes of additional time at the end of the half have been played, so we're into added on time onto added on time. Another in-swinger, left-footed, comes in. Boyce with the header, hasn't made its way out of the Scunthorpe United penalty area just yet. Waleji nods on, and there's a convincing clearance from Tyler Denton, clatters the ball away, and that will be that in terms of the first half action. Scunthorpe United, the better side in this first half, and they have the 1-goal advantage at the break through Callum Roberts, scoring from that corner kick. Former Scunthorpe United striker Steve Torpey, your expert summariser for this one. Steve, what did you make of that first half?
Yeah, I think they deserved it. They've created more chances. Alfred Beeston had a great chance within the first minute. It could have been easily 1-0 up within that time spell. But dominated, especially last 15 or 20 minutes. Created some good chances, especially down this right-hand side. Roberts ripping out this left full-back or wing-back to bits and creating a couple of half chances. But I say, centre-forwards union, Callum Roberts for me. Don't want to give it to centre-halves. 1-0 to Scunthorpe. Another goal, I think, could just finish this off now. The sooner they get it, the better.
Steve Torpey going against the recently held belief of some Scunthorpe United supporters that goals should be shared around the team, but there we go. Second half commentary to come on digital radio as well as online via BBC Sounds here on BBC Radio Humberside Sport. At half-time at Glanford Park in the National League North, it's Scunthorpe United 1, Scarborough Athletic 0.
So, 2-1-0 scorelines in our 2-3 o'clock kickoffs. Reaction from Grimsby Town in a few moments' time as well. Let me put you in the picture with the scores around the country at half-time. In the Premier League, Aston Villa and Ipswich Town is goalless. Fulham 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Manchester City can go back into a Champions League spot if they beat Newcastle this afternoon. Well, it's going their way so far. They lead 3-0, and all of the goals scored by Marmoush, their January signing. Southampton 0, AFC Bournemouth 2, West Ham 0, Brentford 1, and the game between Crystal Palace and Everton, that one kicks off at 5:30. The game involving Arsenal beat Leicester 2-0 earlier this afternoon in the 12:30 kickoff. Reaction from that game shortly. Cardiff 1, Bristol City 1, and Oxford 0. Portsmouth 2 were the early games in the Championship, along with a goalless draw between Preston and Burnley. At half-time, Blackburn and Plymouth is goalless. Hull City 1, Norwich 0. Second half commentary of the Tigers coming up soon with Mike and Swanee. Luton and Sheffield United is goalless. Middlesbrough 0, Watford 1. Millwall 1, West Bromwich Albion 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Coventry 1, and Stoke and Swansea at half-time is goalless. Interleague 1, Cambridge 0, Exeter 1. The goal from Exeter, by the way, coming from former Hull City striker Josh McGuinness. Northampton Town 0, Wrexham 2. That one a full-time result as well. Barnsley 1, Huddersfield 0. That's at the break, as is Birmingham 1, Charlton Athletic 0. Blackpool 1, Mansfield Town 2, Bristol Rovers 1, Burton Albion 0, Crawley Town and Wickham is 1-1, Leyton Orient 2, Lincoln City 1, Reading 1, Rotherham 0, Shrewsbury Town 1, Bolton Wanderers 0, Stevenage and Peterborough is goalless, as is Wigan and Stockport County. The two earlier kickoffs in League 2, AFC Wimbledon 1, Salford 0, and Doncaster Rovers 1, Grimsby Town 2 we know about. That one reaction follows. Goalless in the games between Bromley and Fleetwood and Carlisle and Colchester United. Cheltenham Town 0, Barrow 1. Goalless Gillingham and Crewe, as is Harrogate and Swindon, as is Morecambe and Accrington, as is Newport and Bradford. Tranmere Rovers 0, Milton Keynes Dons 1, and Walsall 0. Chesterfield 1. Into the National League North here on BBC Radio Humberside Sport Live. Alverton Town 0, Kidderminster Harriers 1, goalless Buxton and Radcliffe. Chester 1, Rushall 0, Chorley 1, South Shields 0, Kingsland Town 0, Hereford 1, Leamington 2, Farsley Celtic 0, Marine and Brackley 1-1, Needham Market 2, Oxford City 0, Peterborough Sports and Curzon Ashton 1-1. Goalless in the game between Southport and Darlington, and Spennymoor and Warrington has been postponed. That puts you in the picture with all of the half-time score lines. Game from earlier on involved Grimsby Town's victory at Doncaster Rovers. Reaction after this.
BBC Music Introducing with Jericho Keys.
Hello, and Jericho Keys here with you tonight on BBC Radio Humberside for your new music fix. And tonight we have the new voice of the Old Faithful anthem of Hull FC in session, Pablo Carrizo.
So take me back to that summer house down the corner of the street from here now else. Seems so the teams are smoking green down the day, Pemberson beat up streets, rough around the edges, covered in edges, longing for some more eccentrics. Floors are big above it all, I will always be embedded.
To hear Pablo Carrizo in session for us on BBC Radio Humberside. Join me tonight from 8 o'clock. Don't miss it.
And Pablo will actually be a guest of our breakfast show next week as well, talking specifically about his version of Old Faithful, which has gone down really, really well amongst black and white supporters. The video particularly is very much worth a watch, certainly if you're on the West Hull persuasion, perhaps not if you're an East Hull persuasion. So, great afternoon for Grimsby Town getting the job done at Doncaster Rovers in a 12:30 kickoff. They won with goals from Justin Abikwu and it's an interesting goal. It's worth watching back from Jarson Dardi Svan Thorsen. 2-1 the Mariners won this afternoon at the Eco Power Stadium over Doncaster, and afterwards head coach David Artell spoke to John Tonder.
Well, David, you say you're a work in progress, say you're improving, and I think we saw that today when you consider especially what Doncaster have done to you in recent games.
Yeah, if there's... I said to the boys, I said, look, a year ago, virtually to the day, we got walloped and we failed. Early on the season, we failed, but failed a bit better, albeit after 2 long away trips that we'd won and in the midst of a massive injury crisis. But we failed a bit better. And if there's a sign of a journey or a progress, today we haven't failed. And it shows the progress we've made. And I keep saying it, we are far from where we need to be. But you can't doubt the improvement and the progress that we're making with a group of boys and players that are, absolutely committed to the cause. And I'm delighted for the fans. I think the first thing to mention really is the fact that the fans were outstanding. I could hear them in the changing rooms, which is a fair walk from the tunnel. When our lads come in, they made that much noise before game for the whole 90 minutes, and I was delighted with the scenes at the end, and I'm glad that the lads could appreciate that for a good 5 or 10 minutes, because like I say, it's been that journey over this last year, specifically against Doncaster and a good Doncaster team, and they're going to be right there, up there at the end. So yeah, it's a pleasing day.
If we go through the game, first 20 minutes fairly even, I thought, and then you made a little change, didn't you? There was a stoppage for Danny Rose's injury. You've got all the players together, and all of a sudden you look tighter.
Yeah, look, Jamie Steady kept getting out and a bit disjointed. We gave him a couple of different options depending on the situation to stop that happening. And I thought from that moment on, I thought we had a better grip of it. Don't get me wrong, Doncaster are a good team. They're going to be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. But in the end, we've made them resort to whacking it and hitting loads of long balls into their box in the hope that they scored a goal. They've scored a fairly fortuitous goal that's come off the lad's shoulder. But other than that, I thought we were fairly comfortable for all their possession. Yes, shots outside the box, but and in the end, a couple of really important blocks. But we deserved the 3 points. I thought we were magnificent. I thought the players, not just the 11, the whole squad. The training's been good for the last couple of weeks. We've been able to train on a better surface, and I think you can see that in the performances as well.
2 good goals for you either side of half time.
Yeah, listen, if Justin gets a one-on-one, you fancy him. The pass that we've worked on this week and that kind of that pattern, if you like, we've worked on. I thought it was an excellent pass and way to pass. Little change of direction for Justin's run, which made the goal. So he's touched it in front of Olowu. They're talking about him going to the championship. Justin's just, thanks very much, in front of him, tucked it away brilliantly. And then, I don't know if it's gone down as an own goal, but Jason deserves that goal. He's been magnificent. He was again today. He's took it really well, and it set us up to get the 3 points. I thought it was well deserved.
If you just have a word though, because I spent ages trying to get some words out of him on Thursday, and if I was a referee, he never stopped talking to him.
Well, I've heard, I'm not sure they understand Spoggy, to be honest, John. You're going to have to teach him that wasn't a foul, Mr. Referee.
Yeah. But I mean, from then on, you controlled the game, as you say, until the last sort of 15 when they really threw everything at you.
Yeah, the second in the league. They've got some good players. They've got some unbelievable strikers. They're not going to just sit down and wait, especially here at home in front of all the fans, the home fans. So, you know, we're going to have to put up with that. But I thought we did magnificently. I thought, like I said, Callum Ainley got a little toe at the end. Cameron Janet, you know, he's lost a tooth and he's fighting and fighting for the cause. Doug's done an unbelievable block on the penalty spot, you know. But to be honest, they were hoping it fell to them. And I thought we were magnificent in our first contacts, second balls. And I thought, you know, against a really good team, you know, we've got to say they're a good team. I thought we were very good ourselves, and we deserved the victory. You took
Justin and Danny off because I presume they run the race, but that does mean, of course, when the ball came forward, you didn't really have anything to hold it to.
Yeah, look, we're not where we're at up the top end of the pitch. You know, we've got to get one or two people back fit to help with that. Dara's come on for his debut, which was good up there. He's probably not going to get the best out of him, but he understood and he was like, I just want to be on the pitch, and which is fine. He did good, great attitude. But yeah, Rosie had run his race, and Justin, we've just got to keep looking after him with his pubis synthesis. So, you know, if they both keep scoring like they have done in recent weeks, and obviously Justin scored again today, then that'll do for us, and we can see the game out with the rest of the boys. So, not ideal. We'd like to replace him with, you know, like they bring on a Billy Sharp who scored 3 million goals in the EFL kind of thing. So, but we're not blessed with their money and their budget. So we'll do what we do, and we'll keep fighting and keep battling, and the committed group that we've got, who understand their roles and responsibilities, will keep churning out hopefully really good performances like today and results to go with it.
That's David Artell speaking to John Tondo, about to get underway in the second half of one of our commentaries here at the MKM Stadium. Second half commentary of Hull City against Norwich from Mike White and former record signing Peter Swan.
Cheers, James, and we will get you back on digital and BBC Sound shortly when they're out at Glanford Park for Scunthorpe United's game against Scarborough. But back underway here, the Tigers get us started. They will defend the goal as we look at it to our right-hand side, the South Stand end in this second half in black and amber shirts, black shorts and black socks. Norwich in that, as we've been describing it, off-white, we'll say mucky white shirt, shorts and socks, defending the North Stand goal. And Norwich get the ball back and have possession at halfway. It's played infield towards right. A foul there by Pedro, helped by Regan Slater. Gives Norwich a free kick inside the first minute here. The Tigers leading then through that Matt Crooks goal after 14 minutes. A positive first half, but talking the press room there, Swanee, and we said about it, just a little bit concerned about in that last sort of 10 minutes or so, they invited Norwich in a little bit too much, didn't they?
I don't think we invited them, they pushed us back, didn't we?
Yeah.
Didn't seem to get on the ball and gain possession. When you get possession, you can play at your pace and play higher up the field. When you haven't got it, sometimes get forced back, and that's what happened.
And here they are with Slimani. There's a squirrel on the pitch, just making his way down that right wing at the moment. He wants the ball on the overlap, but instead Jurasek comes in. Now he might get it. Sainz feeds it. It's away into Fisher. Fisher will swing the cross in, and it's a flicked header, and straight away Norwich have equalised. And for all the jokes about the wildlife on the pitch, unfortunately City have been punished with a cross ball in. Josh Sargent comes in to meet it, and a glancing header just nestles inside Panda's right hand upright. And we talk about it all the time. How many times have we seen it with City? They'll take a lead in at the break, and they've conceded just after half-time when everything should be settled. And Norwich have got themselves one back. Hull City 1, Norwich City 1.
Yes, good play by Norwich, but you look at the way we're defending there. It's come down our left-hand side, and it's a ball that should get blocked before it goes in. And then again, lad on the move this time. Near post, little glancing header, great finish by him, but you've got to stop the first one. When you come in, you've got to get closer to the challenge, haven't we?
They have 1-1 then, and they're out at Glanford Park. Second half commentary on digital radio and online via BBC Sounds of Scunthorpe United against Scarborough with Steve Torpey and Ollie Turner.
Thank you very much, Mike. We're almost set to get underway. Scarborough Athletic are ready to take the kick-off. They will be attacking from left to right in this second half. The visitors all in gold, attacking their own supporters housed in the south stand. To our right-hand side, Scunthorpe United in the traditional claret and blue striped shirts, blue shorts with claret trim and blue socks. They will be shooting from right to left towards the Donny Road end. We're back underway, no changes at half-time for either side, so we'll run you through the two lineups in a moment. Scunthorpe United briefly have some defending to do here with Tyler Denton as he goes long out from the back. It's headed down deftly by Mark Beck to Alfie Beeston and gets the forward pass away. Beeston not able to latch onto it as he gets a late shove over by Will Thornton, and the two exchange a few words about that. It's a Scunthorpe United throw in the end, right in front of the home dugout on the left, and Tyler Denton takes it, gets the ball back from Michael Clunan before hoisting it forward. Thornton with the clearance away for the visitors. It's nodded on by Michael Clunan, and now Scarborough Athletic in possession on their right. As I say that, Jack Waldron, recently signed on loan from Sheffield United, has sliced the ball straight out of play for a throw-in to Scunthorpe United. Denton hurled inside to Rowley. First time pass around the corner to Maxime Coogan. Michael Clunan, the captain, applauding Denton for the initiative in taking that throw in quickly and finding Rowley in a pocket of space. Now the ball's over on the far side. Maxime Coogan, the right-sided centre-half, thinks about playing it across the fence but is shot off from doing so by Richie Bennett. Callum Roberts whipped in behind the Sea Dogs back line. Beeston is there first, head of Will Thornton, sends it out wide to the right. Rose with the cross in, just a whisker over the top of Mark Beck's head, and it's claimed by Ryan Whitley, who volleys it out quickly. Waldron has stopped that, Green rather, has stopped that from going out of play for a throw-in, but was dragged back by Denton and can't make anything of it. And Scunthorpe United's clearance will bounce back through to Whitley. So the iron line-up, Ross Fitzsimons the goalkeeper, the back four, Ollie Rose, Maxime Coogan, Andrew Boyce and Tyler Denton. In midfield, Joe Rowley, Michael Clunan the captain and Cian Scales. And the front three, Callum Roberts, Mark Beck and Alfie Beeston. On the bench for the Iron, Michael Kelly, Will Evans, Carlton Ubazonu, Joe Starbuck and Mo Federa. Scarborough Athletic on the attack. The ball's inside the Scunthorpe United penalty area. Dinked in cross by Harry Green, and it's confidently dealt with by Ross Fitzsimons. Patted the ball down into the ground before claiming it and volleys it out wide to the right-hand side quickly. Callum Roberts can't bring it under control, so Scarborough Athletic are able to clear. Rose goes back to his goalkeeper Ross Fitzsimons. Fitzsimons plays short, out from his own box to Rose again, the right back for Scunthorpe United. Carries the ball over the halfway line into Rowley, pushes the ball first time wide to the right to Callum Roberts here, still just behind the halfway line. Switches the play from right to left with his crossfield pass to Tyler Denton. Denton thinks about crossing but is closed down quickly by Green. Still on the ball here, now it's Scales. Scunthorpe United operating down the left wing for the time being. Scales once more, Waleji in front of him, goes inside to Denton, is clattered but Purver wins the ball cleanly. Scunthorpe United get it straight back though. Clunan, now Boyce, across the fence to Maxime Coogan and wide to the right hand side. Roberts dropping deep again, tried to kill that forward first time, blocked straight out of play. The Scarborough Athletic lineup, by the way, Ryan Whitley is the goalkeeper. The three centre-halves, Kieran Waleji, Will Thornton the captain and Mackenzie Maltby. The wing-backs, Jack Waldron on the right-hand side, Sam Reed on the left. Two central midfielders, Alex Purver and Luca Colville, with Dom Tare and Harry Green playing on the flanks, either side of Richie Bennett. Their bench, Michael Duckworth, Kieran Glynn, Stephen Walker, Cameron Wilson and Bill Marshall. Scunthorpe United once more on the front foot. Cross comes in from the right from Callum Roberts. It evades everyone and just goes wide of the Scarborough Athletic right-hand post. The Irons still lead 1-0.
Yeah, Roberts again, just coming in on his left foot, just swinging it in with a little bit of pace, just bounced about 2 or 3 times, just waiting for Scunthorpe just to get a toe end on it. Ryan Whitley was glued to his spot, so if that was on target, that would have gone in. But we just avoided his far post. More luck than judgment there from Whitley. But a great ball in from Roberts again.
Goal kick. Whitley strikes it right-footed into the Scunthorpe United half. Has it come off the side of Richie Bennett's head? It has. Referee Cavan Hearn agrees. His two assistants, by the way, James Gallagher and Connor Everard. James Cliff is the fourth official. Dom Terre picks the ball up 30 yards from the Scunthorpe United goal. Flicks it out wide to the left-hand side to Green. Cross comes in. Cian Scales is back there defending. Just slices it straight out of play for a Scarborough Athletic throw-in on the right, level with the Scunthorpe penalty area, and Waldron is going to take it, and he was immediately waving towards his central defender saying, come up and attack this throw, and Will Thornton, the captain, immediately has done so, along with Kieran Waleji. They've gone towards the near left-hand post as Waldron fires in the throw, comes off the head of Thornton. Scales will clear away on the volley. Everyone back defending, so it's picked up by Mackenzie Maltby on the halfway line. Goes long, sprays it over to the left, flick on by Bennett. It'll come back out to Alex Perver, brought down inside the D by Kieran Green. Digs out the pass to the right to Harry Green, Green crosses in from the corner flag. Denton gets a foot onto the ball, but Scarborough Athletic are there first. Waldron goes back to Maltby, 10 yards inside the Scunthorpe United half, right of centre, long, driven into the penalty area, headed across the box by Bennett. Who will it fall to here? Alfie Beeston can't get there in time. Scarborough try again. Harry Green. Waldron's making the overlapping run, and Green uses it. Waldron has stayed onside, crosses in from the dead ball line. Sliding challenge in there from Michael Clunan to get it away. Pressure's still on those. It's lumped back in by Maltby. Header falls to Colville, and it's wide of the left-hand post.
Probably their best spell of the game so far, Scarborough. Sustained pressure there for a couple of minutes, just delivering crosses from the left and right, and then it's just fallen to a player on the edge of the box, and he's slashed it, just gone slightly wide, but it's a better start from Scarborough. Scunthorpe kind of didn't know how to deal with those. Loads of balls and bombarded the balls into the box, and Scunthorpe never really got first contact or second contact, so a bit of a let-off there for Scunthorpe.
Scunthorpe United going short from their own goal kick. Ross Fitzsimons sends it up towards the halfway line. Ollie Rose in there with the header, almost picked up by Callum Roberts, but Mackenzie Maltby will bring it out from the back over to the left-hand side, but Roberts in there dispossessing Sam Reed before clipping it over the top. Maltby will get there first ahead of Joe Rowley, clears away from the left-hand touchline, but only fires the ball into touch for a Scunthorpe United throw-in on the right. And Ollie Rose will march down the line. He's almost midway inside the Scarborough Athletic half. Indeed he is now, as he throws it in field. Joe Rowley can't latch onto it, so Scarborough Athletic have possession back as they clear their lines from that left wing back position with Reed. Harry Green is onto it, left hand side the penalty area, one-on-one with Boyce, comes inside onto his right foot. Boyce did well there to keep level with Green, and he blocked the shot in the end. And then Boyce slices his clearance away from the edge of the Scunthorpe United penalty area. 50-50. Perver won the ball cleanly, but the ball comes back to the iron, and Scales tries to thread it in behind, but sliding in there is Sam Reed. Some fans in and amongst us saying that was a back pass. Clearly wasn't. It'll be picked up by Ryan Whitley for Scarborough Athletic.
Yeah, he's unlucky, Cian Scales there. Just see the pass, everyone's calling out. We could see it up in the stand. Out to Roberts, just didn't quite find the pace on the ball. Good defending, slid in, knocked it back to his goalkeeper.
Whitley with the volleyed ball forward from his own penalty area. Boyce with the header away, chested down nicely by Alfie Beeston. Rides a couple of challenges, and then Waleji goes sliding in from behind. I think he got a bit of the ball there, but you're always riding your luck when you slide in like that from behind. And Cavan Hearn has given the free kick in Scunthorpe United's favour.
Yeah, Beeston, I think he looks like he's really enjoying this game. He's got a little bit of, he likes the hustle and tussle and the physical aspect of it. Also, he's got that little bit of quality, great feet, just gliding past the defenders there. He's in the attacking third of the pitch, but just got brought down. But yeah, loads of energy from Beeston, and for me so far, probably man of the match so far. I know we're only 55 minutes in, but real kind of had a real influence on this game.
So it's a free kick for Scunthorpe United, left of centre, almost midway inside the Scarborough Athletic half. Callum Roberts and Michael Clunan over it. It's a two-man wall for Scarborough Athletic, which has been walked the full 10 yards back by referee Cavan Hearn. Dom Tare is one of the two players as part of that wall. The other is Alex Perver. Andrew Boyce and Maxime Coogan have gone up from the back. Alfie Beeston is on the edge of the penalty area at the moment. Mark Beck behind that Scarborough defensive line in an offside position currently. Joe Rowley, the other player in the penalty area, left-footed, struck towards goal by Callum Roberts, but hits straight into the wall. Comes off of the side of Dom Tare's head, who's been in the walls in this game. It's a throw for Scunthorpe United from the left, level with the Sea Dogs penalty area. They've taken it quickly and it comes back out wide to Joe Rowley here, one-on-one with Waldron. Gets the ball onto his right foot and delivers across. Just got his foot far too underneath that. Reid will try and let it go out for a goal kick. It'll be a throw in the end, right by his own corner flag on the left. And it'll be left for Mackenzie Maltby to take the throw. He's just going to have to get this as far away as possible from his own goal here. Strides down the line and hurls it as far as possible. Kean Scales thumps the ball up into the air on the half volley. Thornton with the header away. Scunthorpe United get it straight back. Mark Beck tries to push the ball down the right hand flank. He's bustled off of it. And Scarborough Athletic on the attack here. Sliced out wide to the right hand side with Waldron. Waldron down the line. I don't think him and Tare are on the same wavelength. Tare wanted it inside. Waldron was hoping he'd make the run down the channel. And Scunthorpe United pick up that loose ball. And it's bowled out to the left by Ross Fitzsimons. Into Alfie Beeston on the left hand touchline. It goes back to Denton. Looped forward from him. Beck heads it down into the ground to Alfie Beeston. He works it wide to the right. Roberts cuts inside, goes over the top again. Beeston was making that late run, but not enough elevation on the pass. Roberts will get another go. This time takes a sensible option of playing the ball behind the halfway line to Maxime Coogan. Coogan into Beeston, dropping deep, shielding it away from Waleji. As Steve Torpey was saying, Beeston has been everywhere in this game. He's been a real action man for Scunthorpe United in the opening hour of this one. But Scunthorpe United have lost possession. But immediately Michael Clunan wins it back for his side, feeds it back to Ross Fitzsimons, who goes long. Thornton watches it come down, heads away. Clunan with the flick out wide to the right hand side. Roberts bursts away from Maltby. Now one-on-one with Reid. Cuts it back inside to Rowley. Rowley flicks it in behind for Mark Beck to run onto. Beck, right hand side the penalty area, pulls it back to Ollie Rose, takes a touch, drives in the cross. Everyone to make the run towards the near post. Rose stood up the delivery to the far post, and it's easily dealt with by Ryan Whitley.
Yeah, Alfred Beeston, Mark Beck and Joe Rowley all run to the near post. That's when Mark Beck couldn't make it because he had laid it off, so he was never going to get to the far stick. But just have a little look, Beeston, just to pull off on that far stick and just, so you've got three areas covered rather than just the one area.
I think there may have been a few shouts of frustration from the Donny Road end that Mark Beck didn't pull the trigger when he got slipped in down the right hand side of the penalty area. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought he could have just swiveled and just hit it across the goal. There was somebody, I think it might have been Alfie Beeston or Kean Scales in there, but he's taken a touch and gone a little bit negative, gone back out wide, and then the ball's coming in. Sometimes that just gives the opportunity for the Scarborough defenders to get back in and get their shape and get a little bit more organised. But see their frustration, because it was on to do so. He went the other way and kind of was a little bit more, I don't know, he didn't take a chance, didn't risk it, did he? He didn't take the opportunity or chance.
Andy Butler has called over Mo Federa to get stripped off, ready to come on for Scunthorpe United, as Alfie Beeston blocks a clearance from Jack Waldron. It'll bounce through to Sea Dogs goalkeeper Ryan Whitley, who rolls it out to his left-hand side to Mackenzie Maltby, the left-sided centre-half, as part of that back three for Scarborough Athletic. Goes from right to left to Kieran Waleji. He works as a physiotherapist during his spare time when he's not playing and training for Scarborough Athletic. He tries a diagonal crossfield ball from right to left, which doesn't come off. Turned around the corner by Rowley. Nice 1-2 between him and Callum Roberts, and Rowley pirouettes away from his marker to give it to Ollie Rose. Rowley again, Callum Roberts picks his pocket as Alex Perver goes sliding in strongly to get it back for Scarborough Athletic. That's a nice bit of footwork there from Dom Terre. Is chopped down by Andrew Boyce, but the referee allows play to continue, gives Scarborough Athletic the advantage, but Richie Bennett doesn't make the most of it. Wayward pass from him, and now Scunthorpe United breaking forward. Beeston inside to Kean Scales, just was trying to let the ball roll across his body, almost lost it. Scunthorpe United recycle possession on the halfway line with right back Ollie Rose. Mo Federa ready to come on for the iron, and the ball is back with Scunthorpe United shot stopper Ross Fitzsimons. I think Scarborough Athletic may be preparing a change in a moment as well, as Fitzsimons goes long. Thornton gets in front of Beck, but that's a really poor header that from Alex Pervin. No idea what he's doing there, and he's gifted Scunthorpe United a throw in high up the park. Here will come the change then, with an hour gone, and it'll be Mo Federa coming on for Mark Beck, and Andrew Boyce, for chopping down Dom Terre, has gone into the book, so I can now say that he will be serving a two-match ban.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get away with it because the referee let the play go on. Obviously, he's remembered and pulled him back and given the yellow card. So, yeah, it was inevitable, wasn't it, that he was going to get 10 yellow cards at some stage before the cut-off time. So it looks like Alfie Beeston's gone up top, and then Federa's come on this left-hand side.
Yep, so Scunthorpe United will be sticking with that 4-3-3, and now Alfie Beeston, as I mentioned earlier, having been everywhere in this game, goes up top as the lone centre forward. Mo Federa immediately trying to make his impact felt with a beautiful Rabona there into Tyler Denton. It was totally unnecessary, but it was beautiful to watch. Denton crosses into the box from the left, held up by Beeston, tries to pull it back, but Clunan wasn't anticipating the pull back, caught flat-footed. The ball will travel back through to Ross Fitzsimons, ghosts away from Harry Green, and here comes Scunthorpe United again, powered into the path of Callum Roberts by Ollie Rose. He's lost the ball though to Sam Reed, and Scarborough Athletic will try and bring it forward. Bennett leaves it to Harry Green before continuing his run down the left-hand channel. Andrew Boyce comes across, has to be careful now for the remaining half hour. Cross coming in from the left-hand side from Richie Bennett, bounces off the roof of the net, out for a goal kick, and now the Scarborough Athletic change will be made, and it is going to be Stephen Walker who will be coming on in the 62nd minute. And it is going to be Jack Waldron coming off.
Is number 18, Stephen Walker. Substitution sponsored by Jackson Stapleton Accounting.
Stephen Walker will go up front, joined from Whitby Town recently after scoring 14 goals in 27 appearances in the Northern Premier League. Was once on the books at Middlesbrough, played alongside Phil Foden and Callum Hudson-Odoi at England under-19 level as well. So plenty of pedigree, even if he does find himself at this level. And he is on for Jack Waldron.
Yeah, looks like they've changed their shape now. I think they've gone to a 4-3-3, I think, by the looks of it. They have to try something, because at the moment, I think nothing's really working for Scarborough.
Thumped forward from the Scunthorpe United back line. Mo Federa is there first, instead of Kieran Rulegi, who is now playing at right back. Federa bursts inside, flicks it back to Michael Clunan, now out wide again to Scales, level with the Scarborough Athletic penalty area on the left. Pulled back to Tyler Denton. He scoops it down the channel to Michael Clunan. Denton bombs on. Clunan picks him out. Denton with the first time cross in towards the near post. Rulegi heads it straight out of play for a throw-in.
To be fair, it's a good game. It's end-to-end. Scarborough have a go as well. You know, it's a real good spectacle, I think, in terms of National League North. Both teams having a real go, and loads of effort and endeavour. Just lacking a little bit of quality, but I think a lot of that goes down to the pitch. The pitch is not conducive to try and play that passing game. It is annoying, because you've got the players like Scunthorpe we've got, and you want them to get on the ball. Like Roberts, Federa, you'd like to get them on the ball, but the pitch is not conducive to their style at all. But still trying to do well. And say when Scunthorpe have shown a little bit of quality, it's normally when they're involved in the game, especially Roberts.
Beeston into Federa, pushes the ball past Waleji and keeps going. Waleji goes sliding in, Federa goes down, but Beeston has picked up the loose ball, plays the percentages, clips it off the ankles of Alex Perver and wins a corner kick from the left.
Just that added little excitement, isn't it, when Federa comes on? We've seen him in the last 2 games and it just gives you that little bit of buzz when he gets it, that little bit of quality, that dribbling technique and that direct play.
Michael Clunan comes across to the left-hand side to take this corner kick. You're listening to BBC Radio Humberside Sport. 64 minutes played at Glanford Park. Scunthorpe United 1, Callum Roberts 0. Scunthorpe United 1, Scarborough Athletic 0. Callum Roberts scoring direct from the corner. His goal separates the two sides as Joe Rowley is pushed over at the near post. Kieran Waleji committing the infringement. I think it will just be a word. Waleji a touch too eager to follow his marker, who was trying to catch that Scarborough Athletic defence off guard and offer the short option to Michael Clunan. Will he try again here? No, he won't. He circles back round into the 6-yard area, does Rowley. Clunan and stands over this dead ball delivery. Right-footed, Rowley flicks on at the near post. It will come back out to Clunan, wide on the left. Flick back to Alfie Beeston. Now it's Callum Roberts. Roberts digs into the box. Will it fall to Andrew Boyce here? Boyce gets there first, and the goalkeeper Whitley. Back to Federa, right-hand side of the penalty area. Onto his right foot! And it's pushed over the crossbar by Whitley. And the referee has awarded the corner kick.
Yeah, great little bit of play from Federa again. He just manoeuvred just to give him a yard, and he smashed it with his right foot. It looked like he was down in the top corner of the goal. Ryan Whitley just palmed it over. Good goalkeeping and great effort.
And Scunthorpe United fans in the Donny Road end chanting their new song to Mo Federa to the tune of Tequila. Corner kick comes in from the right-hand side from Callum Roberts. Hung it up. Alfie Beeston did make contact, but the Scarborough Athletic header sends it back out wide to Roberts. His cross ricochets in amongst a couple of Sea Dogs players. Forced back into the box on this occasion by Michael Clunan. Much more distance on that clearance from the visitors. Kean Scales is working manfully to win it back and achieves his goal. Scales one-on-one with Thornton. Chops back inside and is brought down by Thornton. That'll be a free kick right on the edge of the Scarborough Athletic penalty area, and the Iron fans behind the goal want Thornton to go into the book for that.
Yeah, I think it should have been a booking. It was a great position, just cutting on near enough on the edge of the box, or 5 yards inside just on the outside of the box, sorry. Just cut on his right foot in a dangerous position, and I think that was a pretty cynical foul. Should have been a yellow card for me.
Scunthorpe United trying to put this game to bed with a second goal. They've got a free kick from the left. It's a matter of yards outside the Scarborough Athletic penalty area. 2-man wall for the visitors again, made up of Alex Perver and Dom Tare. Andrew Boyce and Maxime Coogan have been sent up from the back. Joe Rowley, Mo Federa and Alfie Beeston in the penalty box as well, all just outside of the 6-yard area. As Callum Roberts will leave it for Michael Clunan to take, right-footed. Clunan swings it in towards the back post. Boyce was free, but there was a header away. Clunan drives it back into the box. This time it's Thornton with the latest headed clearance. Scales sends it in once more. Beeston can't bring it under control. Back with Scales. He had time to bring that down, and you can hear the agonising cries because he's headed that straight to Alex Perver. And Scarborough Athletic have possession back, and that will just relieve the pressure a touch on the Sea Dogs. Rose, his header is hit out wide on the half volley by Alex Perver for Scarborough Athletic. He gets it back again here, just outside of the centre circle. Now back into the centre of defence here with Mackenzie Maltby. As Steve Torpey was saying, Scarborough Athletic switching to a back four following Stephen Walker being brought on, and here is Walker trying to keep a forward pass alive down the right-hand touchline. He's won his side a throw, level with the Iron penalty area, and it'll be left for Kieran Waleji to take. Waleji then, 1-2 between him and Dom Tare. Tare trying to get the better of Tyler Denton. Forced backwards, loses the ball. Federa, has he kept it in play? No, he hasn't. I'm not sure that had actually gone out, so Federa's maybe his final touch has gifted Scarborough a throw, which they've taken quickly. Waleji into Walker. Denton sticks out a foot, punts it straight back out for another throw into Scarborough Athletic. Purver into the penalty area. Clunan thought about letting that go out for a goal kick, but realised he didn't have the time. Slices it straight out of play, and that'll be a corner kick actually for Scarborough Athletics. And now the pressure ramping up on the Scunthorpe United goal. Corner kick for the visitors from the right hand side, in swinger towards the near post. Tyler Denton is there, and there's a further header away by Joe Rowley. Mo Federa will pick up the bouncing ball, has 3 Scarborough Athletic players around him, try to just flick it around his man and gets the throw in, and that'll get Scunthorpe United up the park.
Yeah, see what he's trying to do, just draw him in a little bit, then flick it and go around the corner. He was unlucky, just ricocheted off the defender. Good play.
Denton with the throw into Beeston. He's quite clearly being pulled back from here, but the referee was admittedly looking straight at it. Didn't award the free kick, as Ross Fitzsimons does well there. Stephen Walker was steaming in towards his own penalty area from a long ball forward, but Fitzsimons gets there first and clears. Tear. Michael Clunan goes sliding in, wins it cleanly. Now it's threaded in behind to Callum Roberts, right hand side into the penalty area he goes, has got numbers in support. Roberts tries to do too much though, tried to slide the ball in between 2 Scarborough Athletic players, and they come out on top. The Sea Dogs clear. Walker is chasing down everything at the moment like a terrier, but not able to latch onto those long balls. Fitzsimons clears, he's well out of his own goal as Scarborough try the diagonal from left to right. Bennett not able to get there, and it's out for a Scunthorpe United throw. 70 minutes played, and it's still Callum Roberts' goal, direct from a corner kick, which separates the 2 sides here at Glanford Park. Scunthorpe United 1, Scarborough Athletic 0. A reminder that we're with you on BBC Radio Humberside Sport until 6 o'clock tonight. Have your say on this game with James Hogarth. 08000 665959. Book your call now. 81333 on the text. Start your message with the letters RH. Dom Tear gets past Tyler Denton, but too heavy a touch allows Andrew Boyce to clear, and from that Scunthorpe United have forced the throw, which will be left to Tyler Denton to take. 10 yards behind the halfway line on the left hand side. Denton taking his time over the throw. 1-2 between him and Kean Scales. Denton attempts to switch the ball, not enough distance on it, almost fell to Joe Rowley inside the centre circle, but Scarborough Athletic there first, and they stream forward down the left here. Colville pulls the ball back to Harry Green, tried to jink away from Joe Rowley, but Rowley stuck a foot in and won the ball cleanly. Now it's over the top to Callum Roberts, has Rowley in support down the right hand side. Roberts tried to flick it back to him, but not enough on that, and Rowley wasn't anticipating it either. Scunthorpe United though still do get the throw in.
Yeah, Roberts has just been told just to stay out on that right hand side now. He don't really, not much defensive duties really, just stay out there and occupy the back 4 with Beeston and Federa here, trying to occupy those back 4 Scarborough defence, which are doing well, and they just need that second goal just to relieve a little bit of pressure, a little bit of tension, because even though they've not created a great deal, Scarborough, they've got the potential and the foresight to maybe get a goal and get this equaliser, but you know it's not a given at the moment. There's still plenty of time to go. We've finished 74 minutes gone, there's still 17-18 minutes left.
Callum Roberts is brought down on the right hand touchline, so it will be a Scunthorpe United free kick. Andrew Boyce and Maxime Coogan go forward again from defence. Mo Federa and Alfie Beeston, along with Joe Rowley, the other 3 players in and around the Scarborough Athletic penalty box. Another 2-man wall for the Sea Dogs. Same 2 players, Alex Purver, Dom Tear. Richie Bennett back defending for the visitors. So the free kick is going to come in from the right hand side, whipped in left footed by Callum Roberts. Not the best of deliveries from him, easily dealt with by Scarborough Athletic. Scunthorpe United will get another go here with Federa. Goes back into his own half. Bit of a hospital ball that from Federa, but Denton deals with it. Marshals it back to goalkeeper Ross Fitzsimons, who arrows the ball into the Scarborough Athletic half. Wayward header from Will Thornton, bounces straight out for a throw to the hosts. Andrew Boyce temporarily up from the back. He'll saunter back into his centre-back position, and there's going to be a second Scunthorpe United substitution. Now it's going to be Alfie Beeston coming off in the 75th minute to be replaced by Colton Ubazonu.
Is number 14, Carlton Ubazonu, sponsored by Luca and Alessandro American. Substitution sponsored by Jackson Stapleton Academy.
Carlton Ubazonu then still waiting for his first goal for Scunthorpe United, still waiting for his first National League North goal since the 20th of April last year, back when he was with Chorley last season. Boyce, commanding header from him. Federa picks it up, tries to nod it on and burst away from Kieran Waleji, but Waleji is there, but it's a difficult bit of defending to do here. Was nutmegged as he almost had his pocket picked by Federa, but eventually Scarborough Athletic clear their lines. Cloonan's urged to shoot as he picked up the clearance, but his body shape was all wrong. Instead, Rowley threads it in behind for Roberts, right inside the penalty. Ubazonu! Oh, it's got over the line, it's in! And that finally is the goal for Colton Ubazonu. And he falls to his knees, and he is hugged and greeted by every single Scunthorpe United outfield player. What a moment that will be for him. He's had a long wait to open his Iron account, but he finally does so. He needed that bit of luck, and he's got it there. And Colton Ubazonu is off the mark for Scunthorpe United, and he gives the Iron a 2-0 lead at home to Scarborough Athletic.
Yeah, really pleased for him. He's had a tough time of it in terms of in front of goal. He's only been on the field a couple of minutes. Callum Roberts done really well down that right-hand side. I think it was Joe Rowley, just a real fine pass that split the full-back and the central defender. Roberts dribbled inside the box. I thought, is he going to shoot? But he squared it back to him. He's got good contact on it, but there's 2 or 3 people on the line, and luckily it just come off one of their backs and went in the back of there. Definitely Obazono's goal, but a little bit of good fortune, but hey, that's what you need. And no doubt he'll go on a run there, probably get 10 goals for the end of the season maybe. Who knows?
How big a goal could that be for Colton Ubazonu's Scunthorpe United career? He makes it 2-0 as we head into the final quarter of an hour of normal time. Perver for the Sea Dogs, back to Sam Reid. Callum Roberts closes him down but concedes the throw. Now it's Mackenzie Maltby, long, right-footed into the iron half. Boyce heads away. Roberts with the header inside. Federa loses sight of the ball. Waleji gets there first. Now it's Colville, flicks it wide to the left to Sam Reid, who's forward from left back, midway inside the Scunthorpe half. Harry Green trying to pull the trigger from distance, feinted inside away from Maxime Coogan, who's barged him over, and that is going to be a Scarborough Athletic free kick as Michael Cloonan has shoved Richie Bennett over, and there's a bit of handbags taking place at the moment about absolutely nothing.
Bit contrast in height and size there with Cloonan and Bennett. They've gone down very easily, Bennett there. I think his referee's seen common sense, and I don't think there's any bookings, just a bit of a talking to.
Scarborough Athletic are going to be making a double change. Bill Marshall and former Scunthorpe United winger Cameron Wilson are going to be coming on, and is that a yellow card for Kean Scales?
Right, yeah, looked like it. I didn't think he was going to pull out a yellow card, but he has done.
Yellow card for Kean Scales. Joe Starbuck is going to be making his Scunthorpe United debut in a moment, but first Scunthorpe United have a set piece to defend. It's Harry Green who won it, who's over it. The iron wall is being marched back into their own penalty area. It's looks to be a 4-man wall from here, but they are quite a distance away. So Green over the free kick, left of centre, 30 yards out, shaping to shoot, but there are players forward from the back to attack it if he curls it in. Green does go for goal, and it's a brilliant free kick, and it gives Scarborough Athletic a lifeline. Harry Green curled it around the right hand side of the wall, kissed the inside of the post as it went in. Ross Fitzsimons absolutely helpless, and Scarborough Athletic have a goal back in the 79th minute. They trail 2-1 at Scunthorpe United.
Yeah, we said about him, he's got qualities. When we see him when they played away Scunthorpe, we always had that quality, and their ball situation, he's not just curled it, he's hit with loads of pace and loads of power. It's ricocheted off the inside of the post. This game on 2-1 with just over 11 minutes of normal time to play.
And, well, I'm sure Andy Butler had this substitution planned before he conceded the goal, but Callum Roberts will be coming off. So Scunthorpe United without their talismanic figure for the final 10 minutes, and he's going to be replaced by debutant Joe Starbuck, the former Grimsby Town Academy product. His most recent club was Tranmere Rovers, and he has been signed on a short-term deal following a successful trial period, and he comes on in place of Callum Roberts for the final 10 minutes plus additional time. So we kick off again. Scunthorpe United's lead is halved at Glanford Park. 2-1 up at home to Scarborough Athletic into the final 10 minutes of normal time. Federa loses the ball to Tear. Walker shoves over Kean Scales. Now it's back to Tyler Denton. He sliced that straight out of play.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to play probably bit more defensive-minded. Starbuck coming in now on that right-hand side rather than Roberts being out-and-out wide player.
Interestingly, as a result of that goal going in, Scarborough Athletic not making that double substitution. I think Cameron Wilson will come on in a moment, but Bill Marshall has been sat down on the substitutes bench. Harry Green, the goal scorer, into Luca Colville. Green continued his run down the left-hand channel. Here he is. Threads it inside. Onto it first is Dom Tear. Tear pulls it back to Sam Reed. Scarborough still operating slightly left to centre, but their attack goes awry, and here's a counter-attacking opportunity for the Iron. Scales slips into Federa, one-on-one with Thornton. Federa, Scales is in space, inside the D, shooting opportunity, it's blocked. Important block that by Mackenzie Maltby. The player just opened up for Federa to play Kean Scales in. He was just waiting a touch too long for that ball to come into his feet, and as the shooting opportunity came up, it allowed Maltby to make the block. Corner kick for the Iron. Dom Tear will come off to be replaced by Cameron Wilson.
Yeah, he was unlucky, Kean Scales there. Just took a good first touch, but great defending. You've got to give it to Scarborough. They're working their socks off in and out of possession. It's a kind of last-ditch challenge. Kean Scales just pulled the trigger. This is good and a good block. Subsequently, it's going to have for a corner, but good defending and good forward play. There weren't much wrong with either.
Corner kick then. Upazonu, Coogan and Boyce lining up one behind the other, ready to disperse. Rowley and Federa in and around the 6-yard area as Cloonan stands up the corner kick from the right. Header away by Colville. Scales is onto the loose ball first, gets a touch on his right shoulder from Stephen Walker. Perhaps went down a touch too cheaply. The throw-in goes Scarborough Athletics' way. Cut out immediately by Andrew Boyce. Federa juggles it. Purvers onto it and just lumps that out, but the final touch is off of Mo Federa. Took a nick on the way through. Scarborough Athletic throw. Andy Butler has thrown the ball quite a way back, away from Waleji, and Andy Butler was correct to do so. They do take the throw in the end. They go across the fence to Scarborough Athletic from right to left to Mackenzie Maltby, who jinks away from Colton Ubazonu. Now it's Sam Reed, the left back. Back into the feet of Maltby to Sheffield Wednesday loanees, and here's the Sea Dog skipper Will Thornton. Heavy first touch, almost allowed Ubazonu to dispossess the Scarborough captain, but they'll bring it out from the back again, will the visitors. Maltby springs over the halfway line. Now it's Colville, claret and blue shirts all around him, threaded in behind, and it'll be dealt with here by Ross Fitzsimons. It was a through ball from Richie Bennett, an ambitious one, and no one in gold able to latch onto it.
Yeah, they do look a threat. They're not out of this game by any means of stretch of imagination. They've always got something that can produce a little bit of magic, a bit like Green there. So we just need to hold tight and get another goal. I know we said that when it was 1-0, 2-0, and they should see it, but Scarborough scoring here, and that's straight after the.
That is brilliant from Federa to trap that on the left-hand touchline as it was volleyed out from Fitzsimons and keep it in play. Still Federa almost could have gone down there from a challenge from Wileji sliding in, but he's won the ball cleanly and Scarborough will break again. They try and sail the ball across from right to left through Luca Colville, but he lost his footing as he committed to that crossfield ball, and it flies straight out for a Scunthorpe United throw. Down their right, if you're just listening in on BBC Radio Humberside Sport, we're set for a grandstand finish as we've got 5.5 minutes of normal time left to go. Scunthorpe United 2, Scarborough Athletic 1 in the National League North. Federa attempts to hold the ball up but can't find a teammate in support. Scarborough clear their lines. The referee did well to get out of the way of that clearance, arching his back to bend out of the way. Sea Dogs on the attack from the left-hand side with Cameron Wilson, the former Iron winger. And another misplaced pass, this time from Sam Reed. Out for another Iron throw.
Yeah, just thinking about Federa there. Yeah, he can go inside, he can go outside, and he's got such a low centre of gravity, and his balance is exceptional. You know, and then you just see defenders just dropping off because they know if they try and tackle, he's just going to skip past him. So again, made an immediate impact again. That's 3 games on the spin, and so he's only a young lad, and maybe it just takes a little bit of time to build up to maybe starting. And Andy Butler's quite happy to bring him off the bench to give him that immediate impact, which he's done again this afternoon.
Scarborough Athletics' momentum after getting that goal back is being stalled here because they've sliced another ball straight out of play for a Scunthorpe United throw. The Iron will be happy with that, just making this game stop-start in the final few minutes. Another throw for the Iron on the right. Ollie Rose goes down the line. Ubazonu goes down, as does a Sea Dogs player. The visitors clear away. Coogan with a booming header from the halfway line finds Ubazonu, who is dragged down, but he's also pulled down Mackenzie Maltby in the process. Free kick which is taken quickly by the visitors, and Tyler Denton is onto it first. And here come the Iron on the attack. Scales bursts away from Wileji, pokes it inside, couldn't find Federa, and now we go from end to end because here comes Scarborough Athletic, but that pass from Green was behind Stephen Walker. Scarborough Athletic keep the attack alive through Richie Bennett. Over to the right hand side, shot coming in from Cameron Wilson. Instead he tries to flick it back to a teammate, and now it's Scunthorpe United's turn to go down the other end. Federa gesturing for Ubazonu to come short. Instead Ubazonu makes the run down the left hand channel. Thornton comes across, clears it out for a throw.
This afternoon, today's match attendance is 4,059, including 296 travel fans.
Here we go, there's the attendance. Here comes Scunthorpe United in search of a third goal. Federa with the cross, falls to Ubazonu. Can he get the shot away? No, it just bounced heavily off his left foot, and that took the opportunity away from him. Scunthorpe United keep coming. Federa past Perver, left-footed cross, almost falls to Starling. Ubazonu goes in for it, but it's claimed by Whitley.
Again down this left-hand side, Federa pulling it back. Starbuck. So
why did I say Starling?
Starbuck nearly got their initial one in. Ubazonu nearly got the second one, but it's end to end. It's a real good game of football for me. It's been, both teams had a real go. There's been no kind of sitting back, absorbing pressure. There've been 2 teams going hammer and tongue at each other, and it's a good spectacle for this level.
Wileji, heavy couple of touches from him, but keeps this passage of play alive for the visitors. Clunan comes across and is bundled over by Cameron Wilson right by the corner flag in front of the visiting Scarborough Athletic supporters, so it's a free kick for Scunthorpe United. Another change is going to be made by Andy Butler. Will Evans will be coming on in a moment with now 90 seconds of normal time to go. Haven't really been too many stoppages in this second half, barring the substitutions. So it'll be interesting to see how many minutes are added on at the end of this second half. Will Evans won't be allowed to come on before the free kick is taken, as Fitzsimons pumps the ball into the Scarborough Athletic half. Boyce and Rowley with headers. They will bounce out for a throw to Scarborough Athletic. And now the substitution will be made in the final minutes of normal time. We're waiting for fourth official James Cliff to get his board ready, and Will Evans will be coming on for Kean Scales.
Yeah, another good performance from Kean Scales. Worked his socks off, loads of energy, which we've come accustomed to see week in, week out, but a real consistent kind of performer, Kean Scales. Loads of energy, and always gives 100%. You know, real good performance this afternoon.
Just trying to work out what Scunthorpe United are doing here in terms of formation. I think Ollie Rose is in midfield at the moment with Joe Starbuck at right back. As from Ryan Whitley, the ball straight out of play. So I think Tyler Denton's at left wing back now. Three centre halves of Will Evans, Andrew Boyce and Maxime Coogan. As I say, Tyler Denton and Joe Starbuck at left and right wing back. And Ollie Rose is playing as a sitting midfielder with Michael Clunan. Joe Rowley in the 10 behind Carlton Ubazonu and Mo Federa up front. 4 minutes of additional time at the end of this second half. Another throw in for Scunthorpe United. Is that what you think as well, Steve?
Yeah, a three at the back there. Then you've got your two wing backs, and then Rose and Clunan kind of sitting in there as well. Yeah, it's just really defensive, isn't it now? It's just
Federa wriggles free of Thornton. Could he pull the trigger from inside the D? Still Federa past another Scarborough player, but tries one too many. Perhaps could have taken the shooting opportunity earlier, and instead the ball is allowed to go out for a goal kick to the visitors. We've played one of the 4 additional minutes at the end of this second half. Scarborough Athletic in possession, but they're forced back into their own penalty area here with Ryan Whitley. Whitley takes a couple of touches before pumping it out towards the left. Rose is there first, but he only picks out Alex Purver with his forward pass. Scarborough Athletic on the attack down the left-hand side, but they're thwarted by Maxime Coogan. They'll try again. Over on the left, cross in from deep, and it's headed back to Ross Fitzsimons, who juggles it before waiting for Stephen Walker to close in for catching the ball, and Andy Butler is going to be making his 5th and final substitution. I think perhaps more so making these substitutions just to kill any momentum that Scarborough Athletic can try and build here, as once more the visitors are forced back to just outside of their own penalty area. Sam Reed clears away. It's picked up by Joe Starbuck. Scuffs at the ball first time, but gets his pass away at the second opportunity. Joe Rowley is brought down, but because he was anticipating the free kick going in his favour, he put his hands on the ball, and now the free kick goes against him for handball. Here's that 5th and final substitution. It's going to be Michael Kelly coming on for Joe Rowley.
Number 11, Joe Rowley, sponsored by Julie Taylor.
There's a fair few defenders on the pitch now.
Not half. Let's count. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah.
Here's number 3, Michael Kelly, sponsored by Scunthorpe. Substitution sponsored by Jackson Stapleton.
Yeah, 7.
Clunan and Ubazonu
and Federa are the only outfield players who aren't defenders. 1 more minute of additional time to go, less than that in actual fact. Scarborough Athletics free kick is lashed away, and here could be a chance for Ubazonu, who's got in behind Sam Reed, but Sam Reed did well there. Fluffed his first bit of defending, which allowed Ubazonu to ghost him behind, but backtracked and got there just in the nick of time to clear away. And Tyler Jenton is jogging very slowly over to take this throw in from the left, level with the Scarborough Athletic penalty area. Denton goes into Federa, keeps the ball away from two Sea Dogs players in the form of Alex Perver and Kieran Waleji. Now it's Ubazonu. Shields the ball away from Thornton and goes to the left-hand corner flag. Keeps it there, still keeps it there, and then falling backwards is knocked out for a throw right by the corner flag to Scarborough Athletic. This is last chance saloon. We've played all 4 minutes of additional time at the end of this second half. I'm sure there's still a few more seconds to add on due to a couple of substitutions that were made by Andy Butler. And the visitors have it over on the left. Cross comes in from deep, left to right. Denton is there first to head away. Bounces straight out for a Scarborough Athletic throw. Whistles from the fans, begging for the referee to call time on this game, but still a chance here for the visitors as Harry Green nips inside, still going. Green, couple of step overs, makes his way into the penalty area, shoots. It's blocked by Denton. Will Evans will head it away, stops it going out for a corner. It will fall for Federa. Could have cleared it, but it doesn't matter because Scunthorpe United hold on for another valuable 3 points in their push for promotion back to the National League this season. They've won it at home to Scarborough Athletic by 2-1. Goals coming in either half of the iron. The first in the 38th minute from Callum Roberts, scoring direct from a corner kick. Maybe Maxime Coogan applying pressure on the goal line to force the ball over the line. And then a cathartic goal for Carlton Ubazonu, finally opening his account for the club just a minute or so after coming on in the 76th minute. The ball was pulled back from the right by Callum Roberts, and Ubazonu applied the finish with the help of a couple of touches from a Scarborough player and the goalkeeper on the goal line. Harry Green pulled one back with a sumptuous free kick, but the Iron hold on for all 3 points. More thoughts to come from Steve Torpey on BBC Radio Humberside Sports, but it's finished here at Glanford Park. Scunthorpe United 2, Scarborough Athletic 1.
So we were hoping for a clean sweep of a winning weekend here on Humberside Sport Live, but unfortunately Hull City have let us down in that context. At least it is a point for the Tigers. That clean sweep probably helped by Scunthorpe United because the Iron have won this afternoon and got that hoodoo off them of games against Scarborough Athletic. With the story of a victory at Glanford Park, here's Ollie Turner.
Yeah, they've avoided a league double against the Sea Dogs. They've held on to win by 2-1 here at Glanford Park. Goals for the Iron coming in either half. They went in at the break with a 1-0 lead thanks to Callum Roberts scoring direct from a corner in the 37th minute. Maxime Coogan applying pressure on the goal line to make sure that the ball went over the line and gave the Iron a 1-0 lead. And then that was doubled in the 76th minute thanks to what I would describe as a cathartic goal for Carlton Ubazonu, who has finally opened his account for Scunthorpe United, scoring his first goal since April. A pullback from Callum Roberts from the right-hand side of the penalty area, and Ubazonu applied the finish. He was given a helping hand by a couple of touches off a Sea Dogs defender and their goalkeeper Ryan Whitley. They were given a nervous finish though as Harry Green bent home a sumptuous free kick just over 10 minutes from time. But they've held on for another home victory. Scunthorpe United beating Scarborough Athletic by 2-1.
And the Irons certainly have a fair bit of momentum going into the latter stages of the season. We'll get Steve Torpey's take on that victory shortly. Let's have a quick word with Swanee before we let him go, and you can get in his car and get some warmth and that kind of thing.
I'm lovely and warm, Jim.
You are toasty in that blanket.
I am.
You're just getting extra warm, aren't you? Just shifting into a position. There'll be fans going away from this inevitably. I think the majority of Hull City fans will leave here now thinking that's a 2 points dropped rather than a point gained. Obviously it's not a defeat, so in that sense it psychologically avoids the latest defeat at home. But can we narrow it down not necessarily to an issue around home performances, but an issue second half of home performances?
Well, we can last few games, yeah. and that's what the manager be looking at. But you look at the overall picture of it, like I say, I wouldn't say we could have put it to bed in the first half. I just thought the first half performance was acceptable. I thought it was a good, solid performance. Yeah, we'll let them have the ball, but like I say, when we went forward, we looked dangerous, got ourselves in good positions, got ourselves a great goal by good movement, like I say, overlapping. When you score the goal like we did there, you just look and think football's easy when it's done like that. But we complicate things, like I say, and then we come out in the second half and it's like more of a worry. You just look at me thinking, are they scared now of getting over that hurdle? They're scared of going on to win games, when I know the manager, how he wants them to play is exactly the same. When they go 1-0 up or they will go 1-0 down, stick to your principles of how we set things up. So it's not necessarily the manager, like he said the other day, he'll take the blame for the Burnley, how we set things up and how we got the press wrong, so he'll take the blame for that. Be interesting to see what he thinks today, because I don't think Norwich were a decent team. They're half decent and a couple of not bad players in there, but for us to go and not get the full three points when the position we're in with the players we've got now, because we've got some decent players, but these players we've got, like the Barrys, the Crooks, Geldal, they've got to play for longer minutes in the game. You know what I mean? They can't just come in for 5-10. Well, Crooks had a good 20 minutes in that first half. I thought it was exceptional, the movement. But if he's doing that for 90 minutes, he's possibly not playing at Hull City. He's probably playing at a top level. And that's what we've got to get, more consistency from these players to get all together, like I say, collectively, to start getting results and getting away from the trouble. Otherwise we will end up in the trouble.
It was two very different performances, wasn't it? The first half there was confidence, there was a bit of swagger, slick at times. Certainly the goal you point to, around the time of the goal, it looked very slick, and then in the second half it all went a bit sort of sacky and a little bit not as good, certainly nowhere near as good, and is that a confidence thing, do you think, a psychological thing?
Yeah, but when the fans when they saw the team going off at half time, they give them a round of applause, which they deserved. So that should have given them that bit of a boost when they come out of the second half, because it was a good atmosphere that first half for a good hour of the game, decent atmosphere. I'm saying you like playing in games like that, but what Norwich did, they just slowly built themselves into the game, and like I say, then they controlled it. And when you look at the possession that they had, 60% is a lot of possession to have at home, I mean, in an away game. So we need to obviously look at that and thinking, why are we not controlling games, especially the second half? Why are we not taking the game to Norwich, and why are we not got them pinned back like they got us pinned back? And you can only do that if you have possession of the ball and you keep possession of the ball and not give it away in silly areas. And that's what we've been doing. The players have not been living up to their expectations for long enough in games to allow us to go on and win games.
Do you think City players and the staff know the situation they're in? Is there a nervousness, do you think, perhaps it creeps in?
There will be, yeah, as long as it goes, yeah. But I think the big thing is the quality. Have we got the quality and the players? They're all good players, but like I say, they need to be consistently over 90 minutes, not just in flashes that we're on about. So you look at that squad there and you're thinking, yeah, it's a decent squad if they all play to the full potential. If 4 or 5 of them aren't pulling the weight or not at the full potential in games, you're going to get found out. And that's what we've not got. He's got a decent group of players together now. He's got to try and get the best from them week in, week out.
Swanee, safe journey home.
Cheers, thank you.
Enjoy your week. That's Swanee and his thoughts on Hull City's draw with Norwich here at the MKM Stadium this afternoon. Let's hear your opinion on this game. You can text me 81333. You can WhatsApp me 08000 321 333. Start your text, start your WhatsApps with the letters RH, and you can call 08000 66 5959. Love to hear your opinion on this game here this afternoon. Also, Grimsby Town's 2-1 victory earlier today at the Eco Power Stadium against Doncaster, and a victory for Scunthorpe United. Let's talk to our expert summariser on the iron, former Iron striker Steve Torpey. Steve, this from Joe